They be mad when I 10. Tell ya, that's what the pay like. Call me Buffy cause that's what I slay like. These bitches, I sun them like it's daylight. These niggas wanna know what it tastes like. What it tastes like, yo, what it tastes like, yo. They wanna know what it tastes like, yo. All this ice, it just tastes like snow. Get kimonos and let's rock to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you got this for me?
I feel like show me some ass, I won't see something, babe. Find me a hoe and I freak on her. I ain't her boyfriend right now, she my freak for the day. I got a show to come lean on it, even when summer right there and it's hot outside. I take the beat and I ski on it. We on the Casamigos, I got 3 of them. They want me fuck them all night, want me pee on them, no. Ain't finna have me on TMZ talking about trafficking. I got the ARP, I get the slapping and showing you bitch ass niggas what's happening. Fuck did you think? I tell the waitress at clubs, I'ma open my bottle myself, so don't fuck with my drink. Pull up in the club in a Rolls Royce, car full of bad bitches bumping some Drake. Nigga, comfortable in here, it's me in the fully. Fuck with me, I'ma get jiggy. I see that she fuck with that, she don't think I seen her look. Girl, she won't give me that kitty. When they put the pressure on you niggas, run away. You know me, I'm still in the city. I just hit the grocery store, we got some groceries today. Went home and made me some chicken. These little niggas hoes. You see when you look in their eyes, I cook when these niggas like fries. Wanna be known? Wanna go get you some strings? I cook when you niggas online. Came up with lies, I call them Pinocchio back on their ass. Like, uh-oh, no you don't, I'm in the fast. I'm smoking on, get nasty. Gave me some dope to go put on our fast. Like I'm running late. Back on that bullshit, ready to demonstrate. Get on your ass and go get some steak. I'm on some other shit, want some more real estate. I got a bag and
No one going in straight out the gate. Got lost for a minute, but I found my way. Now I'm back on my path again, and I'm about to get it cracking like a tree that's about to break. I came out of nowhere, pretty much out thin air. Wasn't anywhere to be found. Look, now he's there. I'm about to take everything. Better get the shit up, bitch. I'm sticking you up like alfalfa's hair. Southbound, giving out a sound that's rare. When I pick up the mic, it's going down like stairs. I'm making so many moves, been stepping so much. When I'm done, they gon' have to get the ground repaired. They gather around and stare when they hear me spit, cause my shit's so bitchin'. Call me Karen. Dudes wanna beef, but I ain't got time, cause I'm working around the clock like a watch repairman. Putting in work like Lizzo Chef. When I die, they gon' say that he did it to death. I'm doing infinite reps, but I ain't dripping in sweat, because I got more drive than a limo stretch. I'm about to bust, about to make a big old mess. I'm gonna give you the most, you'll never get no less. It's my turn now, I'm about to apply pressure. I'm like Derek Chauvin, how I get on next, so kneel down. Had to get my feet on the ground, like a blind man. I just had to feel around, I had to dip my toes in and compose myself and get my cardio up so I can steal the crown. So point him out, someone tell me where he's at. Doesn't matter who's got it, I can guarantee that whoever bears the cap, that shit's coming right off the top of his head like Harry Mack. I ain't never rep a set, babe, I'm just trying to come up with a plan for me to get paid. Smoother than the fresh shade, cruising in the Lincoln on the interstate, listening to Ludo on cassette tape. Dudes want a template, thinking they can do it like me and that they come close, but they can't touch it like it's wet paint. Winning any bet made, every time I'm on the microphone, you know it's gonna be a 10 like a decade. Chopping motherfuckers up like a chef's blade, got them on the run like Diddy when the feds came. Y'all cats can't fuck with this, because I got that dog in me like a pet crate. Trying to move quicker, so I'm trimming off the dead weight. Everybody loves you when they see you making headway. Coming out the woodwork, trying to get some, but you gotta cut them dickheads off like a sex change. Every time I spit, you can expect flames. You're gonna headbang as soon as you press play. Might as well bump my shit in a handicapped parking spot, cause you're gonna walk away with a neck brace. Never slowing down, running at a set pace, going full speed till I'm dead or my legs break. Yeah, I know that I was gone for a minute, but I'm about to give you more every month like the rent raised.
Hey Trick, I've got a bit of a treat for you. I'm gonna join the cornball wave and make a song to promote a fist fight. The only difference between All Ego and Trick Williams is I'm not a cosplay rapper. This is an original song. Ethan Page about to be the Plan B pill for your Plan B career.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO 5-6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when you boost that trick.
I heard it's Halloween Havoc, so I'm saying trick or treat. Shiny title in my bag, that's for every trick I beat. Your whole life's been a lie, but you're not tricking me. Take your best shot, trick, but you'll never finish me. You're a shoulda, woulda, coulda from here. About to fumble that belt like your football career. About to drop that strap like the way you dropped the cash. Calling it the main event, but me and you are not a match. When you lay down, better stay down. October 27th, I'm the devil in the playground. But Mr. Williams, I didn't come to play now. Knocked you out cold the first.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Hustler and Muscular, also known as the H to the N to the M, dropping some gems, stomping harder than a pair of Timbs. Coming to y'all live once again on this gorgeous Monday evening. And hopefully this time my signal won't be acting up. I mean, there's no storm going on outside, so hopefully y'all can hear me loud and clear, and there won't be no half-ass Borgen shit that you saw on my last panel. And by the way, for anybody listening in the back, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. My bad, y'all. I had a phone call earlier. Yeah, somebody come by to drop off some things for me, but I won't let that disrupt this live stream. Like I said, put a 1 if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, shout out to Tahu Ra. That's how you say your name. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, now that we got that out the way, anybody want to donate? My Cash App is listed up. My Cash App is pinned to the top. If anybody want to donate a Cash App, here's a link to my Instagram. Anybody want to look me up on Instagram? This is the link to my Instagram page. Make sure you hit that if you want me to keep you up to date as far as, you know, when I'm going live and what my topics are going to be on. All these little tidbit videos as far as what the topic is going to be about. Make sure you catch those. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe and show your boy love. Again, this is my Cash App. If anybody wants to donate, feel free to do so. Okay, let me put this message out here for everybody real quick before we move on.
Like, comment, and subscribe, because it's just what the doctor prescribed.
Yes, make sure you do that, please. Not asking for much, but show your boy some love so he can continue putting out some interesting lives. All right, now before we get into today's topic, I got one question for everybody out
The
there.
question is, are you ready?
And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, let's get ready to rumble. So today's topic, let's talk about this topic that's been up for debate and something I just recently started hearing about, but who knows how long this has been debated in our community. Marriage versus prostitution. Is marriage considered legal prostitution? That's the question for this panel. Is marriage considered legal prostitution? Now, let me just explain how the dynamic of marriages work. We all know, for those of us who've been married or are currently married, we all know how a marriage looks and how the dynamic works. A marriage is a long-term commitment between a male and a female, preferably a male and a female anyway, who not only find each other physically and sexually attractive, but they're in love with each other, respect each other, honor each other, and when they walk down and they're there for each other through thick and thin, the good and the bad, for better or for worse. And when they walk down that aisle, they walk in front of a church, mostly a church, in front of not only people, but in front of the man upstairs, and make a commitment to the man upstairs to be there for each other through sickness and health, for richer or for poor. So it's basically a long-term commitment with somebody that you're in love with and want to spend the rest of your life with in the name of the Almighty High. That's generally how marriages work. That's the basic consensus on how a marriage works. Now, what the hell is prostitution, on the other hand? Simple. You meet a woman walking down the street or whatever you meet her at, and she offers you sexual favors in return for some money. She offers you sexual favor, and in return, you give her a certain amount of money. Like $20, let me bust a nut on your body. $50, give me some head. For like $100, $75 to $100, fuck me real good. That's how that works. That's the basic concept of prostitution. And unlike a marriage where there's a friendship that turns into a friendship, relationship, and attraction combined into one, with prostitution, there may be a physical attraction, but there is no commitment. There are no relationships. There's nothing long term about a prostitution hooker. It's basically just a transactional one-time meeting, possibly a one-time meeting between two people. Again, man meets woman, pays her amount of money to engage in sexual acts with her. That's what prostitution is. And unlike marriage, where the man pays bills to finance the home, with a prostitute, you just give her the money up front. Or in some rare cases, you just pay for her to have something, and that's her payment for the day. But with prostitution, there is no friendship. There is no long-term commitment. There's nothing really special about prostitution, even though it can be physically fulfilling, unlike a marriage which has emotional and spiritual support. With prostitution, there is none of that. Again, it's just a transactional relationship between a man and a woman. And unlike a marriage, which is a long-term commitment, prostitution, usually there's nothing long-term about it. Hell, you may see that chick once and never see her again. Y'all may see each other once and never see each other again. And even if y'all stay in touch, it's just going to be a rinse, water, repeat. Take this amount of money, have sex with me. So now with that understanding out of the way, how the holy mother of hell can we compare marriage to prostitution? I guess some people argue that, hey, you got this man who's basically spending money on a woman he's vowed to be in a committed long-term relationship with just to keep her to stay. And in return, she gives him sexual gratification and maybe some kids will come out of it. Again, I don't know about y'all listening in, but I don't see that in the same light as a regular prostitution because, like I said, with prostitution, there is no such thing as long-term relationships or commitments. Hell, marriage doesn't even get brought up. And a lot of people who engage in this kind of act are usually not looking for, anything long-term. Whether it's the woman who's soliciting the man for sex or the man who's being solicited, neither one of these two have marriage on the mind. They're both engaging in some immoral act of some kind that goes against what the good man upstairs wants. Hold on a sec. Okay, I'm back. Like I said, with prostitution, you're engaging in something that's more immoral, that leans more towards something that's immoral and goes against what the man upstairs wants. Unlike a marriage, which is something that is completely supported. But hey, if we're going to consider marriage on the same par as prostitution, then don't you think that we're doing the man upstairs injustice no matter what the heck we do? Think about that, people. Whether you're paying her up front to have sexual interactions with you, or you're spending money on her just so she can be there for you long term and continue having sexual interactions with you, either way you look at it, you're doing the man upstairs a serious injustice because the Bible does not speak on, well, we all know prostitutes have been around for even when God created the earth. But hey, if we're going to consider marriage another form of prostitution, then neither one of them is going to be doing the man upstairs any justice. Again, I call bullshit on this stuff. Marriage is not the same thing as regular ass prostitution. That's just a bottom line, point blank and simple. It is not the same thing. So I don't know where people come up with this narrative that the two are the same. Again, for anybody listening, make sure you can actually hear me loud and clear because I don't want to continue to stream and then I'm borging all over the damn place. That's not what I want. So for anybody listening, make sure you can hear loud and clear. Okay, as I was saying, but that's the basic gist of how marriage, that's what separates marriages from prostitution. One is a long-term commitment to not only the man upstairs, but also to your spouse. The other one is just a short-term transactional interaction that's going to just come and go. But we're going to say if a man's paying all of a woman's bills, if a man is doing all of this, that, and the third, and getting sexual gratification from a woman that's going to be there for him long-term, then I don't think we're doing the man upstairs any more justice, no matter which side we choose. So I don't get that. You're supposed to have one that goes against it and one that supports it. If both are immoral, then what the hell are we talking about? So who came up with this narrative that it's legalized prostitution? Okay, let me show you this video right quick that may, more or less break it down for you. Listen. Well, I got to put this up here because you know how YouTube be on that bullshit. Okay, where is it? Here we go. Yes, let me put this up here. Let me put this little short message up here first. Because you know how YouTube be on that bullshit when it comes to this kind of stuff. Okay, watch this 2-minute video and let me know what you think about this in the comments. Okay, fair use.
And marrying men that they weren't completely in love with, but the man earned a fair amount. And so I thought that's just a form of prostitution extended over a lifetime. How depressed that must make a woman. And it's not going to be good for a man either. He never knows whether he's loved for who he is or loved for what he has. And he's afraid to give up producing because he's afraid to lose love. And so women who were successful to me appeared to be women who would free men from having to be all, wrapped up in just being the only breadwinner and supporting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, which, it's one thing to support yourself. When you're supporting 5 people, you don't have the freedom to question your boss because you're supporting 5 people.
The first issue of feminism was to say, just because I'm a woman, maybe I don't want to spend my life raising children. Don't force me into that role against my will. So they looked at men and said, well, you're not forced to raise children. You don't have any issue. But for men, the traditional sex role was not raising children. For us, the traditional sex role was to be a provider, a protector, and to initiate relationships. Each of us has traditional sex roles. Don't force us to carry out those traditional sex roles.
We have the same rules set up for men that they've always lived by, that you need to protect and provide at any cost. But we've changed everything where it concerns women. They now have access to everything men have always had access to education, to work, to whatever they want to do. But they're not the ones driving the semis. And they're not the ones in the coal mines. You don't hear the National Organization for Women complaining that there is just not enough female ditch diggers. It is still men carrying the lion's share for what it takes to operate and maintain this society. And it is still the expectation that if somebody's going to go down with the ship, it's going to be men.
All right. Thoughts, comments, concern? Was everything what they spoke on spot on to any of y'all? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Oh, look who we have here. Salute to you, Centaco, unpredictable, always at your Pentacle. Thank you for stopping by, my top tier support. Glad that you could be here. But yeah, everything that man says, what they said was true. There is some truth to that, unfortunately. You got women that would marry men that they were never initially in love with, but he makes a fair amount of money to support himself and her. So she said, why not? And not only that, the idea of being single for the rest of your life doesn't sit too well with people. And that's something I can't support. I don't support the idea of getting with someone just for convenience. Like, oh, I need somebody that's going to provide, that's going to build and provide and take care of me. But at the same time, I don't want to be single at 40, 50, 60 years old and still be looking for someone. So yeah, I don't support the idea of getting married out of convenience. And I struggle with that mindset myself. Maybe I should just marry someone just because I have, just so I can say I have somebody. After all, when you're I'm gonna say past 30 or 35, you can't be asking for the same things you once wanted when you were in your 20s. Back then, you wanted youth, beauty, and fertility, but most females past 35 don't have those things on their side. They don't have youth. They got some beauty, but it's fading beauty, and they don't have fertility. So now you got to make adjustments so you can meet that standard, so she can meet the standard. You don't care about her youth, but what little youth and beauty she has left will suffice. And she may not be fertile, but we can always adopt a child. That's the kind of mindset that they're going to have to start undertaking, just for the convenience of having a partner. That's what they're going to have. That's what men and women are going to start doing. And this is for people, and this is for men who don't already have children. If you're a single father, then that's different. If you already have children, that's different. Fertility shouldn't even be a concern, too much of a concern. But for those of us who don't have children, yes, fertility will be a concern. But we're going to give us someone our own age, we got to sacrifice fertility as well. So yeah, getting married for convenience is not so much the way to go. Also, the man spoke on how gender roles work. Back in the day, women stayed at home, took care of the household. They were the nurturers or whatever, while the men were the builders, the providers, and the protectors. But now we've reached a point over the last couple of decades where women say, well, you can't force us to be in those traditional gender sex roles. Let us do what we want to do. Let us do the things we want. Let us do let us do the same things men are doing. I don't want to be forced to stay at home and take care of our household. I don't want to do that. So they feel like they're being forced into these roles. I mean, for the record, just forcing women to be traditional. You should already be ingrained in your brain to be traditional. You should already have the mindset of a traditional woman from the time you're young. So these things shouldn't be forced upon you. That's why some cultures, they raise women to be nurturers and they raise their sons to be more protectors and builders. But I guess our American society is not quite the same thing. By allowing women to go to school, go to work, and do almost things men are doing, they no longer see the need to step into those feminine, soft roles that are mostly meant for women. And yes, like the gentleman said at the end of the video, while women are out here working and doing all the things men are doing, they're not. Very few are working doing construction, if you are working in these what they call these mine shafts or whatever, because that's a dirty, filthy job that requires you to get dirty or injured. And I've always said that women and men should do what's akin to them. Women should take care of the more soft-spoken, the soft, delicate, less risky tasks, while the men should take care of all the risky things that may result in injury and possibly deletion. That's the way I think the roles should be, and they need to stay that way. I mean, you don't see women working construction, too many women as their coordinators or something. You don't see too many women out here doing all these dangerous jobs that mostly fit for men. So even though they got equality as far as work is concerned, they're not taking on these risky jobs. They still want men to do that. That wouldn't be too much of an issue. So why complain when we want to put you in your place of taking on delicate roles? And that's the nurturer and the caretaker. So to me, looking at marriage as prostitution is just another way to downgrade marriages, to make marriages seem like they're less than what they really are. To say, oh, it's prostitution because he's giving her money just so she can stay around and give him sexual gratification. That's just bullshit. I told you it doesn't work the same for prostitution, where there is no relationship, no commitment, just a transactional, once in a lifetime thing, possibly. It's not the same dynamic. If anybody want to change, feel free to do so. Anybody want to chime in on the topic, feel free to do so. Tyos, cynical, so back there. Chime in on the topic. But that's just the way that goes. And like I said, I will never support the idea of men getting married just for the convenience of having somebody. That's just not going to work. That's why I say marriage is just not for everybody, because not everybody has the same reasons for getting married. Younger people or older people. Because, you know, when you're younger, you just want to play the field and see what works and what doesn't. But by the time you get older, you realize you can't move the way you used to move. And now you want to settle down and get into a relationship with somebody. That can affect women and men. But who's more affected by it is a matter of opinion. You could say women are affected by staying single too long because, like I spoke on my previous show, staying single for too long because they have a biological clock. They can't give kids past a certain age. Their eggs dry up. Men, on the other hand, do not have a biological clock. Hell, I've heard stories of men in their 60s and 70s still getting, still having the ability to get women pregnant. How that's possible, I don't know. But I guess anything's possible. I mean, if you're healthy and taking care of yourself, I guess it can be done. But hey, that's just the way that goes. And for those of y'all just coming in, I can play the video one more time. Sit back, relax, fear you.
And marrying men that they weren't completely in love with, but the man earned a fair amount. And so I thought that's just a form of prostitution extended over a lifetime. How depressed that must make a woman. And it's not going to be good for a man either. He never knows whether he's loved for who he is or loved for what he has. And he's afraid to give up producing because he's afraid to lose love. And so women who were successful to me appeared to be women who would free men from having to be all, wrapped up in just being the only breadwinner and supporting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, which, it's one thing to support yourself. When you're supporting 5 people, you don't have the freedom to question your boss. And marrying men that they weren't completely in love with, but the man earned a fair amount. And so I thought that's just a form of prostitution extended over a lifetime. How depressed that must make a woman. And it's not going to be good for a man either. He never knows whether he's loved for who he is or loved for what he has. And he's afraid to give up producing because he's afraid to lose love. And so women who were successful to me appeared to be women who would free men from having to be all, wrapped up in just being the only breadwinner and supporting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, which, it's one thing to support yourself. When you're supporting 5 people, you don't have the freedom to question your boss. because you're supporting 5 people.
The first issue of feminism was to say, just because I'm a woman, maybe I don't want to spend my life raising children. You know, don't force me into that role against my will. So they looked at men and said, well, you're not forced to raise children. You don't have any issue. But for men, the traditional sex role was not raising children. For us, the traditional sex role was to be a provider, a protector, and to initiate relationships. Each of us has traditional sex roles. Don't force us to carry out those traditional sex roles.
We have the same rules set up for men that they've always lived by, that you need to protect and provide at any cost. But we've changed everything where it concerns women. They now have access to everything men have always had access to education, to work, to whatever they want to do. But they're not the ones driving the semis. And they're not the ones in the coal mines. You don't hear the National Organization for Women complaining that there is just not enough female ditch diggers. It is still men carrying the lion's share for what it takes to operate and maintain this society. And it is still the expectation that if somebody's going to go down with the ship, it's going to be men.
Yep, there you go. For the people who just came in, that's what that video is saying. And again, I agree with what they're saying. That's the dark side of this whole marriage thing. You can look at it as prostitution just for the simple fact that they're getting married out of convenience. You know, she married him even though she wasn't completely in love with him, but she loved what he could do for her, which, like you said, puts the man in disposition because now he feels like, what if this woman only likes me for what I can do for her? Kind of like with prostitution. Prostitutes value their money over the minute they receive the money from. Yeah, they want the penis, but hell, let's face it, you ain't the first piece of penis that they've had. So, yes, Seneca wants to say, or prostitution. Okay. But like I was saying, getting married for convenience puts the woman and the man in a big disposition. The woman is in a disposition because she's with a guy she was never initially in love with, and she just married him. Desperation or somewhat a fear of being alone. That's why I don't condone that kind of behavior. Like I said at the beginning, I struggle with that mindset too. I struggle with that whole mindset of getting with a woman just because I don't want to be single and by myself. And plus, sexual deprivation could be an issue for some people. I don't condone that at all. But to marry someone just for that convenience is not the way to go. That's why I feel like prostitution is the man really being in love for who he is, or is he being in love for what he can do for her, provide money for her. Hold on a second, I got a phone call. Y'all.
Hey Trick, I've got a bit of a treat for you. I'm gonna join the cornball wave and make a song to promote a fist fight. The only difference between All Ego and Trick Williams is I'm not a cosplay rapper. This is an original song. Ethan Page about to be the Plan B pill for your Plan B career.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick.
I heard it's Halloween Havoc, so I'm saying trick or treat. Shiny title in my bag, that's for every trick I beat. Your whole life's been a lie, but you're not tricking me. Take your best shot, Trick, but you'll never finish me. You're a shoulda, woulda, coulda from here. About to fumble that belt like your football career. About to drop that strap like the way you dropped the cash. Calling it the main event, but me and you are not a match. When you lay down, better stay down. October 27th, I'm the devil in the playground. But Mr. Williams, I didn't come to play now. Knocked you out cold the first night that I came out. Yeah, that's the night I made you a star. You see, I've been around the world, you just became what you are. A mascot, not the face of a brand. Came over? No, it never began.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, whoop's that trick?
Let's talk about it. How I made you gasp and crawl, how your chain and your watches from a kiosk at the mall. Bet I'm better on the field and I've never catch the ball. I'm better in the booth and I don't even rap at all. Yeah, I made NXT, cut that check, cause they were short just to E. Now what's up next? Whoop that era, it's on one last breath. The only reason you're the champ is cause a punk ass ref. Hey Trick, I've got a bit of a treat for you. I'm gonna join the cornball wave and make a song to promote a fist fight. The only difference between All Ego and Trick Williams is I'm not a cosplay rapper. This is an original song. Ethan Page about to be the Plan B pill for your Plan B career.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick.
I heard it's Halloween Havoc, so I'm saying trick or treat. Shiny title in my bag, that's for every trick I beat. Your whole life's been a lie, but you're not tricking me. Take your best shot, Trick, but you'll never finish me. You're a shoulda, woulda, coulda from here. About to fumble that belt like your football career. About to drop that strap like the way you dropped the cash. Calling it the main event, but me and you are not a match. When you lay down, better stay down. October 27th, I'm the devil in the playground. But Mr. Williams, I didn't come to play now. Knocked you out cold the first night that I came out. Yeah, that's the night I made you a star. You see, I've been around the world, you just became what you are. A mascot, not the face of a brand. Came over? No, it never began.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick.
Let's talk about it. How I made you gasp and crawl, how your chain and your watches from a kiosk at the...
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I told you somebody was coming by to drop off some things, so I'm back. Okay, cynical one says it's not prostitution. They actually love their person, love the person. Exactly. That's the thing, cynical. You can't call it prostitution if you're in love with this man. It's not really prostitution per se. Because like I said, with prostitution, there is no love. There is no admiration. You give me what I want, I'm going to give you what you want. So it's more of a transactional kind of thing. I give you money or I pay for this for you and you just engage in sexual acts with me. And of course, unlike a marriage where there's more to it than just sexual gratification, because let's face it, as you get older, you're not going to be having all them little quickies like you did when you were young and in your 20s. With prostitution, sexual gratification is the only main thing that the man generally wants. I mean, think about that. How many men do you know go to prostitutes for, I don't know, any kind of support outside of sexual gratification? None. How many men do you know, talk to prostitutes or streetwalkers and ask them, how was your day going? How are your kids doing? That rarely happens. Now, granted, I've gone to the gentlemen's clubs and I've had these kind of intellectual conversations with women, but that's kind of a different environment in and of itself. I mean, the dynamics may be similar, but they're kind of different compared to a gentleman's club. So yeah, with prostitution, there is no love. There is no admiration. It's just two horny people trying to get their rocks off while the woman gets something in return, or something financial in it. Cynical says it's like a scarcity mindset. It is like a scarcity mindset. Like I said, getting married just for convenience. Because, well, for the man, he doesn't want to be single and by himself. He wants to do right by the almighty high and not be out here running these streets at 40, 50 years old, tricking off women. So he'll marry a woman just to say he has one. And the woman, on the other hand, will marry him just because he's got financial stability. He's got confidence. He's got this, that, and the third. He doesn't have the look she wants, but he's got other things going for himself. Now, I'm all for women admiring men for things outside of looks because character is going to be the most important thing in a man. But seriously, you can't just have those character traits overcompensate for his looks to the point where it seems degrading. Imagine a woman telling people, well, my husband's not the most attractive man. My husband looks worse than Jabba the Hutt, but that's okay. He's confident. He's Christian. He's an excellent supporter. He's got a good job. He's got this, that, and the third. Imagine your wife saying that about you. Imagine her throwing it in your face that you have what you lack in looks, you make up for in other areas. And this is how women end up cheating. They marry a said man just for the convenience of having a partner in the long run, so they don't have to be old and single and still chasing dick at 50, 40, 50 years old. But they want to sleep around, but they're cheating with the men that they actually like. I saw a video a few days ago about this woman who blatantly admitted to cheating on her husband with the man's best friend, the man she actually liked. And then she got pissed off when her little side dude moved on to somebody else. She tried to play it off like she didn't care, but So that kind of stuff does happen when you get married just for the convenience. And I don't see, and they say we're not forcing women into these roles anymore. When have women ever been forced into the roles of providers and protectors? Back in the day, women wanted to do this. It was all that they knew. This 30s and 40s, this was all that women knew how to do because that's how they were raised. This is way before they were allowed to get into the workplace. But now that women have been allowed to work for the last 56 years or something, they know more than just taking care of a household. I don't mind a woman going to work, but when you start neglecting your feminine duties just so you can be like a man and work your ass off, that could be a problem. You're gonna feel like, oh, you're better than a man. You don't need to listen to a man, this, that, and the third. That's where things tend to go left. And some could argue that by having women work at the same pace as men, it's made marriages decline. Marriages started declining from what I understand back in the 1970s. That's my understanding of it. And around that time, by that point, sexual liberation and introduction of contraceptives were introduced and no fault divorces were introduced. That was caused the decline in marriages. What a way to destroy the family. What a way to destroy the family. So I agree with everything that they say, that these gentlemen were talking about. Yeah, women got into the workforce. They're making money like men, but are they doing hands-on manual labor type jobs? For the most part, no, they're not. They're not doing the same things that men are doing. They can't do the same things. Most of them can't. Yes, at my job at the airport, you got women that work on the ramp with me, but there's a limit to what they can do. If you're a 5'2" female, you have no business picking up a 50-pound bag or 50-pound package. Leave that to the big, strong men. That's where the limitation with the genders come in. Unless you built like Layla Ali or something, you have no business picking up shit that's like 40, 50 pounds without assistance anyway. So women working is not so much the issue, it's the attitude that they undertake when they enter the workforce. They feel like they're better than a man or don't need a man, or they should be an equal partner. So yeah, that's going to be the talk of today's show. So anybody listening in back there, what do y'all think? Do y'all think marriage is just a legalized form of prostitution? Or do y'all think that this is just another way to shame and degrade marriages out of society? Get marriages out of society. Because we all know prostitution is immoral, but since marriage is the equivalent of legal prostitution, you can't say it's any less moral than the other. It's prostitution, only now it's a legal contract and binding you to provide and take care of this man. Take care of this woman. Okay, I have another video to show you guys. Anybody back there listening in? Okay, here it is. Okay, let me know what you think about this video. Okay, this is a woman saying that prostitute says marriage is basically prostitution. Take a look at this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. For your use.
I understand about half of your clients are married. Is that right?
Yes, I would say about half the clients that come to the Bunny Ranch are married.
And what have you learned about these guys that are frequenting the ranch?
Well, I learned that they love their wives, and a lot of times they just want variety, something new. They're not really looking for long-term affairs. It's just sort of assisted personal pleasure. A lot of men I see, they're really there to have their ego stroked. They really just want a boost in confidence more than anything else. I mean, they're narcissistic at best.
Wow, okay. Well, that's a pretty honest appraisal.
They don't always come in for sex. You know, sometimes it's the excitement that...
I understand about half of your clients are married. Is that right?
Yes, I would say about half the clients that come to the Bunny Ranch are married.
And what have you learned about these guys that are frequenting the ranch?
Well, I learned that they love their wives, and a lot of times they just want variety, something new. They're not really looking for long-term affairs. It's just sort of assisted personal pleasure. A lot of men I see, they're really there to have their ego stroked. They really just want a boost in confidence more than anything else. I mean, they're narcissistic at best.
Wow, okay. Well, that's a pretty honest appraisal.
They don't always come in for sex. You know, sometimes it's the excitement that, you know, I'm not going to roll my eyes when they tell the same story that their wife has heard 30 times, 40 times, 50 times before. You know, so a lot of times it is just that, you know, making them feel good because, let's face it, there's stress at home, there's stress in relationships, and sometimes they want to feel special too.
But Brooke, you're going to pretend to listen to them and pretend to make them feel, you know, special. Be honest.
Absolutely. It is absolutely superficial.
Right.
It is absolutely superficial. And they're seeking something in me that they really should be seeking in the relationship. I'll agree with that. But it is what it is.
Do you feel guilty sort of participating in their acting out behaviors?
No, simply because there is a definitive line between emotional and physical relationship between us, and I find some comfort at least knowing that they have enough respect for their wife to come where they're going to be safe and not take home a disease or have someone really interfering with their relationship. And ultimately, I'm not the one that made the commitment. That responsibility lies on them, not me.
Well, thoughts, comments, concern? That was a young lady who works as a prostitute at some place called the Moonlight Bunny Ranch. I don't know what that is, but judging by what she does, I'm guessing it's a strip club or a brothel or whorehouse, something, whatever you want to call it. Leave it to your imagination. But if you've been to the gentlemen's clubs, you can kind of get a sense of where she's coming from. She basically said that a lot of men that go to this place, usually they're married men who are just looking for a little bit more variety, another woman outside of their marriages. And what the women do is stroke their egos, make them feel good. I guess they pay them for a certain amount of money or a certain amount of time just so they can get their penises satisfied outside of the marriage. So basically, it's the equivalent of going to a gentleman's club or a strip club or a whorehouse, as I said earlier. That's my understanding of it anyway. That's basically what that sounds like to me. Going to a strip club. And she basically said, and she said a mouthful. They come in there, yes, they love their wives, but they want something outside of all that. And they go to these women seeking whatever pleasure they can't get from their wives, or whatever the fuck, or whatever they can't get from their wives, or whatever the hell. This is why I say you should not marry out of convenience, because if you marry out of convenience, guess what? Whatever you're not getting from your partner, you're going to go elsewhere and get that. I say that to men and to women, because women can do the same shit. A man could just trick off a woman at a whorehouse and get sexual gratification right there. The woman, who I think might be better at it, could just go out there and find herself a new man to be her dip on the side. Now, who's better at this? I don't know. A man goes to a whorehouse or a strip club, tricking off women. They'll pretend to like him, pretend to care, just to get access to his penis and access to his wallet. What little he's willing to give them anyway. Again, it's like going to a strip club, getting getting a lap dance from a stripper or whatever sexual gratification you want. It's just temporary. While the woman, on the other hand, could just go out there and have a little side dude or whatever, or a work husband who may stick around much longer in comparison to what the man is getting from a woman at a gentleman's club or a whorehouse. So yeah, that's basically what she was saying in that video. But it kind of makes you wonder. And I'm looking for polarizing opinions on this. Do y'all think marriages is basically another form of prostitution, legal prostitution at its finest? If so, let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, I guess I'll go right. I'm at the 53-minute marker, so I guess I'll go right ahead and drop it right now. If anybody wants to come up, if they don't come up, it is what it is. Just sit back and enjoy my little lecture. The link is right there for anybody that want to come up and talk about this with me. Today's topic: marriage versus prostitution. Is marriage legal prostitution? Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Now, I got a few videos to show you guys. And by the way, let me know if you can still hear me. Put a 1 if you can still hear me. I'm not going to continue this stream. I'm borging all over the damn place. So let me know if you can still hear me or not. Anybody back there listening? All right. Hold tight. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're ready. All right, let's get to our first video tonight. This one says, okay, shout out to Funky Deneva. This is marriage prostitution. Okay, let's hear what this person has to say about this topic. All right, let's dive into this, ladies and gents. All right, hold on, man, this mouse just into one at some point, but okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Crank up the volume. Fair use.
I have a question for y'all. Is marriage
prostitution? Is marriage prostitution? This young lady answers so.
And this is going to be very controversial to say.
Oh yeah, and these are two British women talking about marriage prostitution, just so y'all know. I saw this on a whole nother channel, but I can't find the whole thing anymore. But let's hear these two British. But let's hear what these two British women have to say. All right, let's hear what these. Is that a bonnet that she's wearing on her head? Seriously, who goes out in public with a goddamn bonnet on? I see a lot in my neighborhood in Chicago. Goddamn. Always wondered why women feel like it's to do that, but okay, it is what it is. Whatever, I don't care. Focus on what she has to talk about today. Okay. These two British women are going to talk about why they think marriage is prostitution. Let's see what they have to say. Fair use.
But marriage also is sex work, because a lot of women, what they're doing is, yeah, and it's controversial to say.
Oh, you should say marriage is sex work. I'm calling cap. Double cap.
P. Cap. Cap. C-A-P. Cap.
We just started already. She's capping. Oh, yeah. It's fair use.
In your definition where you tell me about prostitution, you know, like you sleep with a man to get money, or you hang out with him, you get money. Why I say marriage is prostitution is because what happens is women engage in marriage in a place where, okay, he's gonna take care of you financially, and there's a home for you to live in. And what you're doing is you're fulfilling a role. So you're gonna either be some sort of like homemaker, homekeeper, you're raising and rearing the kids. And you are partnering with them and sleeping with them.
By the way, I know this girl got way too much cleavage out. That's a bonnet she's wearing, but look at her cleavage. Goddamn. How the fuck? Well, okay, fair use.
The trade-off will be that you get validation, love, and upkeep. And man understands then the arrangement works. With marriage is an arrangement. Now, why I say it's prostitution is,
well, the only difference is marriage is an arrangement between two people who love, honor, respect, and are attracted to each other. Prostitution just a transactional, once in a lifetime possible relationship between the two people that's all about giving and receiving. Because the man's providing for her, the man's protecting her, and it's gratification. Like what she's like I said, the setup relationship is not the same shit. That's what they don't understand. It's not the same step. That's what she's understanding. The setup is not the same. Prostitution, yeah, $20 to you bust a nut. $50 to get some head. $100 just to fuck me, and then go about your day. But a marriage, y'all living together, raising the kids together, doing this, that, and the third. So it's not in the same thing. Yes, he's providing you financial support, but in return, you give him everything that comes with a traditional relationship. There is no way in a relationship, unless you sugar type relationship where condone you, which I recommend you don't do, but each their own. But hey, that's not how a regular marriage works. Just saying.
Because whilst it's not necessarily on the side,
we got some.
Because it's just it's sexual. It is nothing but sex. So you get the sex, you go. There is a marriage. To even get to the marriage, there would have been a build of a relationship, friendship.
Exactly. There you go. Now this woman in gray, she's kind of making sense just to start things off. But let's hear what more she has to say. Because like she said, prostitution, you give her money for sexual favors, then you go. Again, no friendship, no communication, no mentions of marriage. It's a short-term thing, a once in a lifetime possible thing. And if y'all do meet again, just rinse water and repeat. That's it. But with a marriage, it's a long-term commitment. You're doing this to this person forever. And it ain't just about them for money, paying for finances. They're there for each other spiritually. They're there for each other emotionally. And of course, the mindset you have for entering a marriage must be different. Prostitutes don't have the mind for marriage. Whether it's the woman soliciting the man for money, or the man, whether the woman soliciting the man or the man that's being solicited, neither of these have an idea for marriage. It's not towards each other anyway. The man may want to get married at some point, maybe, because he can trick off, have sex, and still be eligible for marriage as long as he's responsible. Not so much the case for a woman. She's a prostitute. Who the fuck want to marry? She just ran into other people. Seriously, it's not the same dynamic. Can't equate the two. I'm sorry, you just can't. Get mad at me or the fuck you won't about rats. That's just the way that shit goes. Okay, let's continue. Here use.
A few things involved. Maybe have.
I'll pause it there. So listen, I think that had this girl been a tad bit more seasoned in life, and had she picked her titties up, she would have been able to make a little better or more poignant point about marriage being prostitution. Now, I don't personally think that marriage is prostitution.
I don't either.
I think that marriage, I think that any relationship is a give and take. I think that everything in life is one big barter. I give you this, you give me that. I do this, you do that. Here is my, I have this need, you fulfill it. You have this need, I fulfill it. When it comes to prostitution, I think, prostitution, we're going to limit that to sex. Prostitution is sex.
That's all you can limit it to when you think about it. Because seriously, not a lot of men go to prostitutes or women that work at whorehouse for emotional support. Like I said, I go into the gentleman's club. I had a conversation with some of these ladies, but hey, I know at the end of the day, I'm just another client. They're just there for sexual gratification, sexual investment, get my dick satisfied. I give you this to get my dick satisfied, and then I keep on moving. So there could never be a strong friendship or connection between me and some woman at a whorehouse or a prostitute. There could never be that. So of course it's limited to just sex. Hell, even friends with benefits, relationships are better than that. Because at least with friends with benefits, yes, there's no marriage, there's no commitment, there's no relationship, but at least two friends who are free and sexually attracted to each other, they have some sort of respect for each other while they're friends. It's a friendship with some sexual aspects on in there. In other words, the friend to be single, but the love and passion relationship all rolled into one. Mindset, commitment, and whatever the bullshit that comes with being a relationship. Even those relationships sound more plausible than a regular prostitution thing. That's the big thing, and that's just based on my experience. Maybe y'all experience something different, but that's based on my experience. Salute, killer swag, getting that. Don't hear about price tags. Okay, damn. Okay, let's see that swag. Put a 1 if you can hear me loud. Click. Put 2 if you can. Getting tight as got me. Put a 1 if you can hear me loud and clear. Put it 2 if I'm still boring. I'm still Morgan. Motherfuck. Here we go again. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, can y'all hear me now? Again, put a 1 if you can hear me, a 2 if you can't hear me. I'm tired of having to adjust this goddamn computer so you can hear me. Just my phone or whatever the fuck. Can you hear me now? Put a 1 if you can hear me, a 2 if you can't. If I'm still working, put a 2. Swag said I'm still glitching. God damn. Don't you just hate when this shit happens? don't know why. I got my phone right next to the goddamn window. I got a strong signal on my side. But let me try to refresh it. I'm not going to continue this stream if y'all can't fucking hear what the hell I'm saying. All right, I'll be right back.
At the mall, bet I'm better on the field, and I've never catch the ball. I'm better in the booth, and I don't even rap at all. Yeah, I made NXT. Cut that check, cause they were short just to E. Now what's up next? Whoop that era, it's on one last breath. The only reason you're the champ is cause a punk ass ref. Hey Trick, I've got a bit of a treat for you. I'm gonna join the cornball wave and make a song to promote a fist fight. The only difference between All Ego and Trick Williams is I'm not a cosplay rapper. This is an original song. Ethan Page about to be the Plan B pill for your Plan B career.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick.
I heard it's Halloween Havoc, so I'm saying trick or treat. Shiny title in my bag, that's for every trick I beat. Your whole life's been a lie, but you're not tricking me. Take your best shot, Trick, but you'll never finish me. You're a shoulda, woulda, coulda from here. About to fumble that belt like your football career. About to drop that strap like the way you dropped the cash. Calling it the main event, but me and you are not a match. When you lay down, better stay down. October 27th, I'm the devil in the playground. But Mr. Williams, I didn't come to play now. Knocked you out cold the first night that I came out. Yeah, that's the night I made you a star. You see, I've been around the world, you just became what you are. A mascot, not the face of a brand. Came over? Nah, it never began.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick.
Let's talk about it. How I made you gasp and crawl, how your chain and your watch is from a kiosk at the mall. Bet I'm better on the field, and I've never catch the ball. I'm better in the booth, and I don't even rap at all. Yeah, I made NXT. Cut that check, cause they were short just to E. Now what's up next? Whoop that era, it's on one last breath. The only reason you're the champ is cause a punk ass ref. Hey Trick, I've got a bit of a treat for you. I'm gonna join the cornball wave and make a song to promote a fist fight. The only difference between All Ego and Trick Williams is I'm not a cosplay rapper. This is an original song. Ethan Page about to be the Plan B pill for your Plan B career.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick.
I heard it's Halloween Havoc, so I'm saying trick or treat. Shiny title in my bag, that's for every trick I beat. Your whole life's been a lie, but you're not tricking me. Take your best shot, Trick, but you'll never finish me. You're a shoulda, woulda, coulda from here. About to fumble that belt like your football career. About to drop that strap like the way you dropped the cash. Calling it the main event, but me and you are not a match. When you lay down.
Okay, I'm back. Can y'all hear me better? Yeah, earlier Swag said I was still glitching. Okay, I refreshed it. Now, can y'all hear me better? Anybody back there listening? Is my audio coming in clear? Put a 1 if you can hear me now. Put a 2 if I'm still glitching like a motherfucker. Ugh. Let me know if you can still hear me or not. All right. Ah, damn, there's nobody in the chat. But anyways, I'm gonna try to continue this. Hopefully I'm not still boring like I was before. If anybody can hear me back there, let me know if I'm still boring. Because I don't want to continue this live and I'm still boring. Okay, well, let's try this again, shall we? All right, where were we? Okay, these two British women talking about marriage being the equivalent of prostitution. Okay, let's try this again. All right, fair use, fair use.
See, what she's talking about is trade, and this is why going to college is important. She confused prostitution with bartering and trading. There is nothing wrong with trading within a marriage, but the key word is marriage, that we have formed a union, we have formed a bond, and yes, in this union, we've decided that when I want a new Benz, that you and only you are the person that I am going to trade this cooch for. That's not prostitution. See, prostitution is,
yeah. He buys her a new car. He gets sexual gratification, but he gets more than that. See, like I said, in a marriage, you get more than just sexual gratification. It's way beyond that. And by the way, like I said, let me know if I'm still glitching. Put a 1 if I'm good. Put a 1 if you can hear me. Put a 2 if you can't hear me. But yeah, that's a very good point. He's providing financial stability for her, and in return, she may give him sexual gratification. But it doesn't always have to be about sex. It's about the moral support that he gets for being a good man, compared to a prostitute where it's all about just give me some sex and get the fuck about my goddamn face. Yeah. Anyways, fair use.
And only you are one. And yes, in this union, we've decided that when I want a new Benz, that you and only you are the person that I am going to trade this cooch for. That's not prostitution. See,
yeah, exactly. Like he said, only you. With prostitution, it can be any woman. If I'm listening, they're not going to stick around. Like I said, there is nothing long term, or not even a mention of a relationship. He said only access to her cooch. With prostitutes, you can get that from this woman today, that woman tomorrow, because there's a long-term commitment. Say you're opposite, do whatever, but when you're married to someone, it's you and that person. That's how that works. Fair use.
Prostitution is, I will give this cooch
anybody. Same thing with the man. He's gonna pay to play with just about any female that finds particularly attractive and is willing to do whatever sexually to him. So yeah, don't be off limit like that unless one person says so. That's just how it goes. With a marriage, you're committed to that. You're locked in and committed to that one person. For prostitutes, it's anybody and everybody willing. Bottom line, fair use.
What I want. But all relationships are transactional, and marriages are no different. The only thing is, marriage is a beautiful transactional relationship where both people agree. And I am all right with this thing.
Yeah, it's all relationship. some transaction. Like I said, marriage is a good thing. This ain't nothing like free. No romance, I'll fight it. So, hey. Marriage is it's a glorious transaction relationship. It's one person. It's a spread. People. Like I said, prostitution is no involved. It could be whoever. Yeah, period. That's why that is how I feel. I was talking about me in the podcast. But I'm gonna tell you something. The beauty of that is saying I am gonna be a prostitute. And you gonna be enough. And as you bad, you better come before it and only me. And the way to learn, if you want something cool, you better find it. Okay, so I said nothing. I'm still trash. What the fuck is going on here? I'm laughing. I got very strong still. I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, am I still working? Let me know. Let me know if I'm still working. You hear me loud and clear now. Again, put one if you can hear me, and put two if you can't hear me. I'm just making all these goddamn adjustments and shit like nothing's changed. Okay. Okay. I'm still glitching. How am I gonna finish this damn live stream? My shit keep acting funny. Okay. I got a strong suit. Don't know what the fuck is happening. Okay. Okay, let me take a brief stream break until I get this shit fixed, because this is just madness. I know y'all came to hear an interesting stream, but all y'all hear is me sound like a goddamn RoboCop on crack. We don't need that. So hold on, give me a minute, be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The only way to change me is let me blow my brains out, stuck in the middle of the game to get the pain out. Pray to my God every day, but he don't listen. The poverty bothers you. When mama's working wonders in the kitchen, listen, I can hear her crying in the bedroom, praying for money, whatever people she be dead soon. Am I wrong for wishing I was somewhere else at 13, can't feed myself? Can I blame daddy cause he left me? Wish he would've hung too much like him. So my mama don't love me on my own at an early age. I'm getting paid in them straps so I never be afraid. Where did I go astray? I'm hanging in the back streets, running with G's and dope things where they jack me. Can't turn back. My eyes on the prize, I got nothing to lose. Everybody gotta die, say goodbye to the bad guy. I want you fuck when you pass by. Block, block, on the block, let the glass fly. Do or die, walk a mile in my shoes and you be crazy with nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose. 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 Nothing to lose. I thank the Lord for my many blessings. Don't stress and keep the best for protection. From the barrel of a Smith & Wesson. And all my niggas in the pen, here we go again. Ain't nothing separating us but my Mac 10. Born in the ghetto as a hustler. Hold up, straight soldier. Bucking at them busters. No matter how you try, niggas never die. We just retaliate with hate, then we multiply. See me striking down the block, getting homeless. Mobbing like a motherfucker, living like I want it. Ain't no stopping at the red lights. I'm sideways, thug life, motherfucker, crime pace. Let the cops put their lights on. Chase me, nigga, zigzagging through the freeway. Race me, nigga, in the high-speed chase with the law. The realest motherfucker that you ever saw. I'm living raw till they bury me, don't worry me. I'm high, living like I ain't afraid to die. You can walk a mile in my shoes and you be crazy too. With nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose. Got nothing to lose. Got nothing to lose. Nigga, nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Ain't no escape from a deadly fate. And every day there's a million black bodies put away. I'm starting to lose hope. It seems everybody's on dope. Mama told me to leave cause she was broke. Sometimes I choke on the endo. Creeping out the window alone on my own. I'm a criminal. Got no love from the household. I'm out cold on the street screaming motherfucking peace. I got nothing to lose. There's something to prove. What do I do? Let this thug life nigga stay true. I wonder when they kill me, is there heaven for a real G? Lord forgive me if you feel me. Cause all my life I was dirt broke. With no hope, no skinny motherfucker wanting dope. I hate cutting suckers from a razor blade. But every day it's a struggle to get major paid. Anyway, it's so hard on a nigga in the shit. No pity. And ain't no love for the scrubs that be buying up. If you can walk a mile in my shoes, you be crazy too. With nothing to lose. Got nothing to lose. Nigga, nothing to lose. Got nothing to lose. Nigga, nothing to lose. Yeah. Got nothing to lose. You know. They wonder what type nigga be a thug life nigga. We be the craziest.
Okay, let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me if you can hear me in the chat, put a 1. If you can't hear me, still put 2. So I said, well, gotta go. Got to start working. Have a great rest of your show. I will appreciate the support. And I appreciate the heads up for telling me that my audio was complete shit. So I know I can count on you guys, especially you, Swag, and have my inspiration. Appreciate it. Yeah, just salute to you. Whip it in like a lot, you think. Salute to you, my guy. Again, let me know if you can hear me back there before I continue with this video. And try to get through this shit. Man. GC says my audio was bad. Oh, come on, man. Damn. I'm not finna keep adjusting this shit over and over again. I'm still not getting results. Okay, how am I? Yeah, am I still glitching? All right, let me know if I'm still glitching back there. Anybody back there listening? Let me know if I'm still glitching. I just said my audio was bad. I'm trying to make it just so. No, not better. I go again with this. I'm trying to be fresh. Nice. Take this bullshit. So I got dip off again. I'm gonna come back with my device. Refreshed. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Bet. This beat is like funk, you know what I'm saying? Who put this beat together, man? Yo, that's the DJ Unknown. What? Unknown? Niggas didn't think he was capable of something. Hey, don't we got something for it? Yeah, man, I run some funky lyrics to this. Alright, let's get busy. It was a Friday, and they was chilling like a criminal. Didn't know the time, so I peeped out the digital. Jumped in the hoopty, turned on the ignition, had to slide is where to go, but still was on a mission. Damn, Alondra rolling, kinda tough, twisted up the chocolate tie, and I started to puff. Aroma smells better than a rose, needed a shot of the bird, but the stove was closed. Swooped to my girl house to see what was poppin', to let me know if the panties was dropping. Baby wanted snaps, 20s by the dozen. I guess the tramp thought that the E was buzzing. I couldn't fade it, why the hell should I jib? Got the 20 sack of time and I'll head for the crib. I can't go out like that, that ain't my type. I hooked her up on my late night hype. Chill. Word. Hey man, I don't know what's up with this thing, man. This broad is like real tripping. Hey yo, you want me to run some, homeboy? Man, I guess, man, baby thinking she gon' gang. Ain't no sleeping. Run it then. I was cool to let you know the chill cool's out. Explanation, chill'll tell you what it's about. At the pad, on the way to ease to get got. And I'm thinking of a sorry clown we should jack. 10-3-0, it's the time I start belling. Chill from CMW to girlies yelling. Pay no attention, all they wanna do is bone ya. Step back off the curb, came E around the corner. Music was thumping, head started bobbing. Swooping through Compton like Batman and Robin. E is kinda late, what's the plan for the evening? Let's roll till we find a pack of girls that skeezing. Skeezing. I play the game like a sport. Yo, E, roll out, let me hit the new pole. Boys from Compton, yeah, ride, and we hook you up on that late night hype. Too fresh, ain't chillers back with a funky track. Yeah, you know that. Hey, I got 100 to spend, what's up on some heat? Yo, man, I'm with that. Let's roll down Compton Boulevard, I know it's a snow, stay open like basement.
Living in the fast lane, I'm for real. Love the way you activate your hips and push your ass out. Got a nigga wanting it so bad I'm about to pass out. Wanna dig you, and I can't even lie about it, baby. Just alleviate your clothes, time to fly about it. Catch you at a club, oh shit, you got me feeling. Body talking shit to me, but I can't comprehend the meaning. Now if you wanna roll with me, then here's your chance. Doing 80 on the freeway, police catch me if you can. Forgive me, I'm a rider, still I'm just a simple man. All I want is money, fuck the fame, I'm a simple man. It's the international player with the passport, just like a ladder, bitch. Get you anything you ask for, it's either him or me. Champagne, Hennessy, a favorite of my homies when we floss on our enemies. Witness as we creep to a low speed, keep what a hoe need. Pump some more weed from you don't need. Approaching hoochies with a passion, been a long day, but I've been driven by attraction in a strong way. Your body is banging, baby. I love it when you're flown it. Time to give it to daddy, nigga. Now tell me how you roll.
Damn, suckers on a tip. Man, homeboy just didn't know, so we got peeled. You know what I'm saying, E? Man, chill. These suckers got to know ain't no sleeping. Homeboy, you know we know what's up, and that's on that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, let's kick it. I'm with it. On a night when things was going kinda slow, me and E taken to the head of Kovo. I was buzzing and clowning the ski, that was show. Right then, 8 passed me the smoke. Chilling much hard and the phone started ringing. I was buzzing and it looked like the house was swinging. I couldn't fake it, barely made it to the door. I hit the corner, claimed my spot on the floor. Suddenly, I smelled the fume that was lit. Opened my eyes and I had to take a hit. Knock, knock, knock on the door. Somebody's tripping. It was my girl, E said. Hit the button, stop sipping. She kept ripping. I said, shut the trap. You're pissing me off. You keep it up and I slap. She said, no. I said, yeah, fool, take a hike. I got no time for your late night hype. Hey, man, check this out. It's It's like these girls, man, it's coming to the house like 3 o'clock in the morning, man. I can't even deal.
Man, that ain't nothing. I had this girl last night come over my house tripping, banging on my door all night. Mom was going off, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I be tripping off these girls out here trying to say they down with the, you know what I'm saying? But they can like say the drama for their mama.
Hey, they keep tripping with me. I'm gonna have to whoop. You know me.
Put the whoop down on them suckers.
Did he believe this?
Bet.
This beat is like funk, you know what I'm saying? Who put this beat together, man?
Yo, that's the DJ Unknown.
What? Unknown? Niggas didn't think he was capable of something.
And we got something for it.
Yeah, man, I run some funky lyrics to this.
Oh, let's get busy.
It was a Friday, and they was chilling like a criminal. Didn't know the time, so I peeped out the digital. Jumped in the hoopty, turned on the ignition, had to slide us where to go, but still was on a mission. Damn, Alondra rolling, kinda tough, twisted up the chocolate tie, and I started to puff. Aroma smells better than a rose, needed a shot of the bird, but the stove was closed. Swooped to my girl house to see what was popping, to let me know if the panties was dropping. Baby wanted snaps, 20s by the dozen. I guess the tramp thought that the E was buzzing. I couldn't fade it, why the hell should I jib? Got the 20 sack of time and I'll head for the crib. I can't go out like that, that ain't my type. I hooked her up on my late night hype.
Yeah. Word.
Hey man, I don't know what's up with this thing, man. This broad is like real tripping.
Hey yo, you want me to run some, homeboy?
Man, I guess, man, baby thinking she gon' gang. Ain't no sleeping. Run it then.
I was coolin', to let you know the chill cool's out. Explanation, chill'll tell you what it's about. At the pad, on the way to ease to get back. And I'm thinking of a sorry clown we should jack. 10-3-0, it's the time I start belling. Chill, from CMW, the girl is yelling. Pay no attention, all they wanna do is bone ya. Step back off the curb, came E around the corner. Music was thumping, head started bobbing. Swooping through Compton like Batman and Robin. It's kinda late, what's the plan for the evening?
Let's roll till we find a pack of girls that skeezing.
Skeezing. I play the game like a sport. Yo, E, roll out, let me hit the new pole. Boys from Compton,
yeah, ride,
and we hook you up on that late night hype.
Too fresh, ain't chillers back with a funky track.
Yeah, you know that. Hey, I got 100 to spend. What's up on some heat?
Yo, man, I'm with that. Let's roll down Compton Boulevard. I know the store stay open like basement.
Living in the fast lane, I'm for real. Love the way you activate your hips and push your ass out. Got a nigga wanting it so bad I'm about to pass out. Wanna dig you, and I can't even lie about it, baby. Just
Okay, I'm back. Ugh. No one said being a YouTube content creator was gonna be easy. Well, I refreshed my device and hopefully y'all can hear me better now. In fact, give me 1 second. All right, let's try this again. Put a 1 if you can hear me, and put a 2 if I'm still boarding. I had to refresh my whole device, so maybe that'll fix the damn problem. All right, let me know if you can hear me back there. Anybody back there listening in, mate, let me know if you can hear me. And Ganjan just said he couldn't understand what I was saying earlier. Well, I'm back. I had to refresh my device, so let me know if you can hear me back there. All right. I just checked it on my side, and it looks like the audio was coming in clear, at least on my other end anyway. Okay, the audio sounds clear on my end. I checked it on my computer, so it sounds clear enough. All right, let's get back into this, shall we? Again, if it starts glitching again, please let me know. If I start glitching again, anybody that's in the chat listening, let me know. Salute to you, Game Changer and Killer Swag, for letting me know. All right, let's get back into this video. These two UK women talking about how marriage is prostitution. Why it's equivalent to prostitution. Okay, let's get back into this. All right, fair use.
And you damn right. If you want a bag, if you want a vacation, you better come hunch me for it, and only me. And the woman is saying in return, if you want some cooch, you better finance and wine and dine me. And it's me and you. It's transactional. Coochie, Benz, coochie, vacation, coochie, vacate. You want some coochie? You better send me to Hawaii. You want a Benz? You better give me some coochie and some head. And y'all know these new men like a finger in their booty and run. You want that new Benz?
And for the record, I don't like a finger up my ass. I don't like putting my finger up anybody's ass. Just saying.
You want a new Tahoe? Oh, your girlfriend got a Tahoe and you want one? You better stick your finger up my booty and blow under my balls and do like this.
I don't know what kind of men are into that kind of shit, but I don't judge. I'm just not into that kind of stuff. But okay, fair use.
Y'all know y'all men's like when y'all know y'all men's like when y'all stick that finger in their booty and do like this.
I don't. Fuck you mean?
Y'all know they like it. Your husband said you want a new Benz? You better stick your finger in my booty and do like this. You better do like this. Let me move on to the next thing. So no, marriage is not prostitution. I saw somebody in the comments said, she said, no, I eat my hands. I saw somebody say it's prostitution adjacent.
Because it's a transactional.
Humans leveraging humans. You know what I'm saying? When my friend started her restaurant, I was broke and needed food. She needed labor. I went up there and worked for free. She fed me for free. Is that prostitution? And if that's the definition that we're using as prostitution, then yeah, everything is prostitution. Life is all about give and take. And in closing, I will say this.
He's right. Everything out here is give and take. So I don't know what the fuck they talking about. So I guess it's safe to say if you go to the store and buy some items, is that prostitution as well? Are you being tricked off of? Because if I give somebody money to give me some kind of service at a store or service at a massage parlor, is that the equivalent of prostitution as well? Is that the equivalent of prostitution, since all transactional relationships are considered prostitution? So I guess when I go to the store, I'm being tricked on, or I'm the one doing the tricking. Whatever. Bullshit, but fair use.
When I am in relationship with somebody, friendship, romantic, familial, I always say this: use me. Use me. Don't abuse me.
Use but don't abuse. What's the difference?
Use me. Don't abuse me. I don't think there's anything wrong with leveraging any relationship that you have, romantic, platonic, work. It's called, leverage. So no, young girl, it's not prostitution. That's just you sitting over there trying to justify why you out there landing low and spreading it wide with everybody in London, and you trying to normalize your hoation.
Hoation. That's a
and the married girl's not going for it.
Well, that's the video. Again, let me know if you can hear me. I just refreshed my device, so I'm pretty sure I can hear it. All right, that's the video. And like the man said, kind of call marriage prostitution. It sounds like a conspiracy to not only downgrade and devalue marriages, but it sounds like an excuse to give women who want to run the streets and be prostitutes to continue doing what they're doing without feeling shame for it. Because think about that. If you're a woman and you're out here selling your body to different men, you want to feel less shame for that by equating that to a marriage, not knowing that the marriage is not the same damn thing. Because when you're a prostitute, it's basically a transactional relationship where there's little to no friendship. It's just sexual gratification. That's the main focus when it comes to these kind of relationships. It's all about sexual gratification. Again, no friendship, none of that shit. It's just you. It's just a man getting his rocks off in return for giving a woman a certain amount of money or doing something for said woman. That's all it really is when you think about it. That's all the shit really boils down to. There is no friendship. There is none of that happening in a prostitution transaction. Yes, life is transactional. Everything in life is transactional. Don't get me wrong, but the context and quality of the transaction varies. With marriages, you're doing things for a woman that you love. You're doing things for a woman that you committed to, made vows to, and want to love and health or sickness, for rich or for poor. That kind of transactional relationship is more legit compared to a prostitution transactional relationship, where it's just give me money, fuck me, and then go about your business. And like you said, there's no exclusivity when it comes to prostitution compared to marriage. Just saying. That's my take on that whole thing. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And please let me know if my audience are acting like shit again. All right. Let me get to my next video. Hold on a second. Okay, for anybody listening back there, I have another video to show you guys. Let me know what y'all think about this one. Okay, where is it? All right, here it is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this one. Fair use, fair use.
You're telling me that a woman has to go work like a man every day, and a man goes work and he's tired when he gets home. A woman's not tired. She has to clean, cook, do the dishes, do the laundry. Are you kidding me?
Why don't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? Why don't I want to do? You know
Pause.
how fucking tiring that is? Have you done that?
First of
Have you
all,
done that?
I do it every day.
First of all, do not choose a woman who don't want to be a woman.
Right.
So you don't want to be a woman. No, you don't want to be a woman.
Yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence. You can lower your voice and speak to me. I'm sitting right here. I can hear you.
And you're yelling.
All this, I cook and I clean, and yeah, that's part of your function. But when your tire is flat, my function is to make sure you have a new tire.
But
when
that's
your
what
car
I'm
need an
saying.
oil change, it's my job to make sure these people ain't ripping you off. We have different duties and functions and responsibilities. And if you don't love your duty, your function, your responsibility, you're not fit to be a wife, period.
Absolutely. Look like somebody was clearly in their goddamn feces about the whole thing. As a wife, you're supposed to cook, clean, nurture, and take care of the goddamn household. You saw a girl in her glasses said she does it all the time. And all that goddamn yelling and screaming and shit, no, that is not gonna solve a fucking thing. Clearly that woman's all in her goddamn feces. I can tell right there, she ain't fit to be a wife. Not just my wife, but she ain't fit to be anybody's wife, honestly, with that kind of funky attitude that she has. No. That just ain't happening. She's clearly not fit to be a wife with that old funky attitude that she got. No, ain't happening. No way. It just ain't happening like that. And any woman that doesn't want to do these things, well, that's her business. Again, nobody is forcing you into these gender roles. I mean, you're supposed to be born with the willingness to do these things. Now, granted, everybody's not worthy of that kind of woman, just like every woman ain't worthy of a traditional man. Everybody's not worthy of traditional people. We understand that. But don't make a lot of sense to disregard those who seem like they're worthy of traditionalism, but they don't get that in return. Help people that don't deserve traditionalism get more bang for their buck, no pun intended. The people that just don't want relationships, they get the most amount of attention in comparison. But what do y'all think in the comments? Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments below. Yeah, I know my shit was acting funny earlier, but I'm still looking forward to it. Hopefully somebody can come up and, you know, share their thoughts and opinions on this whole thing. But what do y'all think? Is marriage considered another form of legalized prostitution? That's the topic of discussion for today. Anybody want to come up and share their opinions on it? Yeah, feel free to do so. All right, the link is right there for anybody that want to come in and chime in on this topic. Link is right there for anyone that want to chime in. I look forward to hearing your comments. All right, let me get into my next video real quick. All right, hold on. All right. Again, if anybody listening, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, this one says, shout out to Logan Erie. This is the history of marriage. Okay, let's watch this video and learn a little history about how marriages came about. Let's hear what this person has to say. Okay, fair use.
Marry for love? For most of history, the idea would have seemed silly. Marriage was essential for day-to-day survival, for reproduction and social acceptance. Today, we marry for love and so much more.
Yep.
How did we get here?
Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on.
Maybe you learned in Psych 101 Maslow as our unlikely tour guide. Let's look to Abraham Maslow as our unlikely tour guide. Maybe you learned in Psych 101 about his hierarchy of needs, with physiological and safety needs at the bottom, belonging and love needs in the middle, and esteem and self-actualization needs at the top. Like a video game of and esteem and self-actualization needs at.
Yep, I'm seriously somewhat familiar with this chart. Physiological safety, love, esteem, at the very top, self-actualization. Pretty sure we've seen that at some point when we were in school. Yeah.
The top. Like a video game of life, you can't pursue the higher needs until you've met the lower ones.
Yeah, you can't skip from point. You can't skip steps like that. Take care of the bottom steps and then ascend your way to the top. That's how that goes. Fair use.
For thousands of years, spouses were workmates. They struggled together to produce the food, clothing, and shelter required to survive. Then, starting around 1850, America and other Western nations industrialized. Increasing wealth meant that more people could meet those low-level needs without being married. For the first time ever, personal fulfillment became a primary goal of marriage, which jumped up in 1850. America and other Western nations industrialized. Increasing wealth meant that more people could meet those low-level needs without being married. For the first
okay. So back then, people worked together just for their own safety and survival. They had to survive together without contemplating marriage. So they need marriage as a means of survival back then.
First time ever, personal fulfillment became a primary goal of marriage.
Yep. So by that point, personal fulfillment or the need for companionship and, of course, sexual gratification became the basis of people getting married. Okay, let's continue.
Jumped up to Maslow's love and belonging level. Spouses went from workmates to soulmates.
So we've gone from having women and men work together as workmates to becoming lovers, aka soulmates. Okay, I see where this is going. Fair use.
But this early version of soulmate marriage was based on the idea that men and women should adhere to radically different gender stereotypes in order.
Yeah, exactly. Gender roles. The man is the worker. The woman is the nurturer. The man goes out to work, provide, build, protect, or whatever, while the woman, takes care of the family and is the nurturer. She takes care of the kids, takes care of the home, the whole nine, while working whatever job she has. Those were the gender roles back then. All right, let's continue.
To inspire love. The assertive breadwinner married the nurturing homemaker.
Yep.
In the 1960s, people staged a full-on revolt against these constricting social roles. Individuality, freedom of expression, and authenticity became the holy grail. Today, we still marry for love, but we also require that our partner help us grow toward our authentic self.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. It's all about learning and growing together, yeah.
Michelangelo said that sculpting is not about creating a sculpture, but about revealing it, chiseling and polishing the block of marble to reveal the beautiful form slumbering within. Similarly, married people began looking to their partner to sculpt away their flaws and facades, bringing forth the authentic self buried within.
In other words, your true self, right? Okay.
Climb of marriage up Maslow's hierarchy creates a paradox. On one hand, as our expectations become increasingly complex, more marriages fall short.
Yep, there you go. As our expectations for what we want in a partner, go up, the more marriages go down. So that's quite the paradox. You expect all of this. They expect all of these things on this chart from each other, and as a result, marriages begin to go down. Ain't that about some shit? Ain't that a paradox? High expectations often lead to lower marriage rates, ironically. Whether it's the woman with the expectations or it could be the man with the expectations. Either way, these are reasons why marriages don't happen as much as they used to happen back in the day. And usually it's the females that have the unrealistic expectations. Men just have standards that maybe seem unrealistic, because I've heard some unrealistic shit from men too, but men just have standards that most women just do not want to meet because they feel like it goes outside of what they've been taught. Again, they took a stand against, the whole gender role stuff, like women should have to conform to their gender roles as caretakers, caregivers of children. Instead, they want to work and build their own empires and have their own money. That's what it's come down to nowadays. But thanks to women going into the workforce and doing almost as much as men are doing, now they're at the point where they expect men to bring more to the table than they do, which again, increase in expectations, but a major decrease in marriages. The more the woman expects from the man, the less likely she is to marry a man because they don't meet her expectations. So when you got women going out into this world, entering the workplace, doing this, that, and the third, their standards are going to increase and go through the roof. Some of them will go through the roof, but I'm going to go through the roof. But there are some that are going to have reasonable standards. But anyways, fair use.
To meet our highest needs, our partner must understand us profoundly. Even if we invest tons of time and effort in the relationship, which most of us aren't doing, there's no guarantee we'll attain this level of.
Why don't you get your wife some nunchucks unless she's taking ninjutsu? I'm just saying.
Understand. From this perspective, it's no surprise that the divorce rate doubled between 1960 and 1980, reaching.
Damn. So divorces doubled between the 60s and the 80s. Oh my God. Because I guess neither partner, I guess one, if not both partners, were having their needs met. Wow. Okay, fair use.
50%. Or that the average marriage is less satisfying today than it was a few decades ago. On the other hand,
so damn, by the 2000, divorce rates really started to go up. They started to rise up. From what I understand, they rose up. They were right here in the middle. But as we into the 1970s, the divorce rates started to go up and up and up from the 90s into the 2000s. And who knows where it's at? I'll bet present day 2024 is like way up here at the very top. Yeah, fair use.
Best marriages today are better than the best marriages of earlier eras. When they do manage to fulfill our highest needs, we can achieve, in Maslow's words, profound happiness, serenity, and richness of the inner life. In our grandparents' era, a loving and respectful marriage generally made people happy.
Yep.
Today, many of us find such a marriage disappointing if it doesn't also facilitate our voyage of self-discovery and personal growth. But those of us whose marriage achieves all of that enjoy a level of marital fulfillment that Grandma and Grandpa wouldn't have dreamed possible.
Well, that's the video. Just a little history on marriages and how they've changed. So let me know what you think about that one in the comments below. And please let me know if my audio is still boring. And like I said, anybody want to come up, feel free to do so. Link is right there in the description. I have some more videos to show people, but all right, I'm gonna take another brief stream break. Only this time it's for real. I don't have to adjust my computer or none of that shit. For real this time, take another stream break. And if anybody comes on the panel, yeah, just sit tight and I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey Trick, I've got a bit of a treat for you. I'm gonna join the cornball wave and make a song to promote a fist fight. The only difference between All Ego and Trick Williams is I'm not a cosplay rapper. This is an original song. Ethan Page about to be the Plan B pill for your Plan B career.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick.
I heard it's Halloween Havoc, so I'm saying trick or treat. Shiny title in my bag, that's for every trick I beat. Your whole life's been a lie, but you're not tricking me. Take your best shot, Trick, but you'll never finish me. You're a shoulda, woulda, coulda from here. About to fumble that belt like your football career. About to drop that strap like the way you dropped the cash. Calling it the main event, but me and you are not a match. When you lay down, better stay down. October 27th, I'm the devil in the playground. But Mr. Williams, I didn't come to play now. Knocked you out cold the first night that I came out. Yeah, that's the night I made you a star. You see, I've been around the world, you just became what you are. A mascot, not the face of a brand. Came over? No, it never began.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick.
Let's talk about it. How I made you gasp and crawl, how your chain and your watches from a kiosk at the mall. Bet I'm better on the field and I've never catch the ball. I'm better in the booth and I don't even rap at all. Yeah, I made NXT, cut that check, cause they were short just to E. Now what's up next? Whoop that era, it's on one last breath. The only reason you're the champ is cause a punk ass ref. Hey Trick, I've got a bit of a treat for you. I'm gonna join the cornball wave and make a song to promote a fist fight. The only difference between All Ego and Trick Williams is I'm not a cosplay rapper. This is an original song. Ethan Page about to be the Plan B pill for your Plan B career.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick.
I heard it's Halloween Havoc, so I'm saying trick or treat. Shiny title in my bag, that's for every trick I beat. Your whole life's been a lie, but you're not tricking me. Take your best shot, Trick, but you'll never finish me. You're a shoulda, woulda, coulda from here. About to fumble that belt like your football career. About to drop that strap like the way you dropped the cash. Calling it the main event, but me and you are not a match. When you lay down, better stay down. October 27th, I'm the devil in the playground. But Mr. Williams, I didn't come to play now. Knocked you out cold the first night that I came out. Yeah, that's the night I made you a star. You see, I've been around the world, you just became what you are. A mascot, not the face of a brand. Came over? No, it never began.
1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick. 1, 2, he's coming for you. 3, 4, EGO. 5, 6, better hide the kids, cause it's gonna be scary when he whoops that trick.
Let's talk about it. How I made you gasp and crawl, how your chain and your watches from a kiosk at the mall. Bet I'm better on the field and I've never catch the ball. I'm better in the booth and I don't even rap at all. Yeah, I made NXT, cut that check, cause they were short just to E. Now what's up next? Whoop that era, it's on one last breath. The only reason you're the champ is cause a punk ass ref.
Machiavellianist, Illuminati, all through your body. I prophesied this niggas running, now this niggas running. Check it, living like the snow. Tomorrow I got homies willing to follow me into an early grave. God send this prodigy to teach game. Sipping yak to spit flames and shit change. Niggas and pals stare like them bitch made. Must be a bad year, buff. Tupac coming back and now you're running from the cops and there's no way out, nigga. Take the last when the parents get off the grid or get forever laid out, nigga. You been the bad but for real, but your mouth is straight, so the pen won't be in no deal. I've been stumping on these skinny ass and snot foe. And I'ma continue to put it until your motherfucking eyes close. This ain't hate, I just play with my prey. I'm a pan to give you hope to escape. Then I say you better pray for forgiveness. Cause my soldiers be willing to throw the killing blows, scratch off the hit list. Now let me show you how I take your shit, flip your shit, and the whole motherfucking world can get with it. Motherfuckers, throw your hands up.
Turn around, let's open, let the OGs go bam, bam, bam. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up. Turn around, let's open, let the OGs go bam, bam, bam. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up.
I move mountains, let it be known, nigga, it was prophesized that I'll be coming back, put you to sleep, now rock a bye. Baby, I'm thugged, I got a bullet for Sean's mouth. I'm turning some fib, puffy, waited to shucks out. You better take care of your kids, or somebody else might. Don't take it as a threat, I heard it through the grapevine. Use a clown, diddy, all up in big spits. They love that nigga flick, but keep wondering who that bitch is. Next to him, I took a long siesta, nigga, like I'm Mexican. But now I'm back for the fiesta, nigga. They don't call your brother love for nothing. They call your brother love for sucking and touching. And seen a bigger bitch, yak nigga can't do what's on the earth. You got rich, be in the state, you ain't a matter, you worth. So I'ma let my little homie ride on your bitch ass. You can live with the past, it's gonna get you.
Only one life to lead, a fast life for greed. Your maker's gonna cut your sins when it's time to meet. Cash and hot cars, sex with pop stars. Put the sneakers to shit, but when we grog bars, we do the stock life shit. Rugged and raw, roll up in the banks, we commence to bust in the door. And you be gone in a matter of minutes after we finish with it, but never stop to batter your image, we outlaws.
Ladies, turn around, let's open, let the OGs go bam, bam, bam. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up. Ladies, turn around, let's open, let the OGs go bam, bam, bam. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up.
Yeah, Buffy, can you remember? Can you picture? Sitting on your yacht, sipping on that Hennessy, acting like you're the man, but you ain't shit, nigga. You ain't shit, and it shows. And the people know you're just some low life scum. You ain't shit. Machiavellianess, Illuminati, all through your body. I prophesied this nigga's running, now this nigga's running. Check it, living like the snow. Tomorrow I got homies willing to follow me into an early grave. God send this prodigy to teach game. Sipping yak to spit flames and shit change. Niggas and pals stare like them bitch made. Must be a bad year, Puff. Tupac coming back and now you're running from the cops and there's no way out, nigga. Take the last when the parents get off the grid or get forever laid out, nigga. You been the bad but for real, but your mouth is straight, so the pen won't be in no deal. I've been stumping on these skinny ass and snot foe, and I'ma continue to put it until your motherfucking eyes close. This ain't hate, I just play with my prey. I'm a pan to give you hope to escape. Then I say you better pray for forgiveness, cause my soldiers be willing to throw the killing blows, scratch off the hit list. Now let me show you how I take your shit, flip your shit, and the whole motherfucking world can get with it. Motherfuckers, throw your hands up.
Turn around, let's open, let the OGs go bam, bam, bam. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up. Turn around, let's open, let the OGs go bam, bam, bam. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up.
I move mountains, let it be known, nigga, it was prophesized that I'll be coming back, put you to sleep, now rock a bye. Baby, I'm thugged, I got a bullet for Sean's mouth. I'm turning some fib, puffy, waited to shucks out. You better take care of your kids, or somebody else might. Don't take it as a threat, I heard it through the grapevine. Use a clown, diddy, all up in big spits. They love that nigga flick, but keep wondering who that bitch is. Next to him, I took a long siesta, nigga, like I'm Mexican, but now I'm back for the fiesta, nigga. They don't call your brother love for nothing. They call your brother love for sucking and touching. And seen a bigger bitch, yak nigga can't do what's on the earth. You got rich, be in the state, you ain't a matter, you worth. So I'ma let my little homie ride on your bitch ass. You can live with the past, it's gonna get you.
Only one life to lead, a fast life for greed. Your maker's gonna cut your sins when it's time to meet. Cash and hot cars, sex with pop stars. Put the sneakers to shit, but when we grog bars, we do the stock life shit. Rugged and raw, roll up in the banks, we commence to bust in the door. And you be gone in a matter of minutes after we finish with it, but never stop to batter your image, we outlaws.
Ladies, turn around. Let's open, let the OGs go bum, bum, bum. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up. Ladies, turn around. Let's open, let the OGs go bum, bum, bum. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up.
Yeah, Buffy, can you remember? Can you picture? Sitting on your yacht, sipping on that Hennessy, acting like you're the man, but you ain't shit, nigga. You ain't shit, and it shows. And the people know you're just some low life scum. You ain't shit. Ain't shit. Machiavellianess, Illuminati, all through your body. I prophesied this nigga's running, now this nigga's running. Check it, living like the snow. Tomorrow I got homies willing to follow me into an early grave. God send this prodigy to teach game. Sipping yak to spit flames and shit change. Niggas and pals stare like them bitch made. Must be a bad year, Puff. Tupac coming back and now you're running from the cops and there's no way out, nigga. Take the last when the parents get off the grid or get forever laid out, nigga. You been the bad but for real, but your mouth is straight, so the pen won't be in no DL. I've been stumping on your skinny ass and snot foe, and I'ma continue to put it until your motherfucking eyes close. This ain't hate, I just play with my prey. I'm a pan to give you hope to escape, then I say you better pray for forgiveness, cause my soldiers be willing to throw the killing blows, scratch off the hit list. Now let me show you how I take your shit, flip your shit, and the whole motherfucking world can get with it. Motherfuckers, throw your hands up.
Turn around, let's open, let the OGs go bum, bum, bum. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up. Lady, turn around, let's open, let the OGs go bum, bum, bum. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up.
I moved mountains, let it be known, nigga, it was prophesied that I'll be coming back, put you to sleep, now rockabye. Baby, I'm thugged, I got a bullet for Sean's mouth. I'm turning severe, Puffy waited to shucks out. You better take care of your kids, or somebody else might. Don't take it as a threat, I heard it through the grapevine. Use a clown, diddy all up in big bitch. They love that nigga Vic, but keep wondering who that bitch is. Next to him, I took a long siesta, nigga, like I'm Mexican, but now I'm back for the fiesta, nigga. They don't call your brother love for nothing. They call your brother love for sucking and touching. And seen a bigger bitch, yak nigga can't do it on dirt. You got rich, being the stake, you ain't a matter, you worth. So I'ma let my little homie ride on your bitch ass. You can live with the past, it's gonna get you.
Only one life to lead, a fast life for greed. Your makers gonna cut your sins when it's time to meet. Cash and hot cars, sex with pop stars. Put the sneakers to shiver when we drop bars. We do the stock life shit, rugged and raw. Roll up in the banks, we commence to bust in the door. And you be gone in a matter of minutes after we finish with it, but never stop to batter your image, we outlaws.
Ladies, turn around, let's open, let the OGs go bum, bum, bum. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up. Ladies, turn around, let's open, let the OGs go bum, bum, bum. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember we out here living it up.
Yeah, Buffy, can you remember? Can you picture? Sitting on your yacht, sipping on that Hennessy, acting like you're the man, but you ain't shit, nigga. You ain't shit, and it shows. And the people know you're just some low life scum. You ain't shit. Ain't shit. Machiavellianess, Illuminati, all through your body. I prophesied this nigga's running, now this nigga's running. Check it, living like the snow. Tomorrow I got homies willing to follow me into an early grave. God send this prodigy to teach game. Sipping yak to spit flames and shit change. Niggas and pals stare like them bitch made. Must be a bad year, Puff. Tupac coming back and now you're running from the cops and there's no way out, nigga. Take the last when the parents get off the grid or get forever laid out, nigga. You been the bad but for real, but your mouth is straight, so the pen won't be in no DL. I've been stumping on these skinny ass and snot for. And I'ma continue to put it until your motherfucking eyes close. This ain't hate, I just play with my prey. I'm a panther, give you hope to escape. Then I say you better pray for forgiveness. Cause my soldiers be willing to throw the killing blows, scratch off the hit list.
Okay, I'm back. Back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back at it again. Thank you for patiently waiting. Oh, salute to my other top tier supporter, Angela C. How you be? Discourse top tier MVP. Glad you could join me. You're a little late, but hey, better late than never. Well, Angela, today's topic, marriage versus prostitution. Is marriage legal prostitution? And Angela, being a married woman yourself, I definitely want you to chime in on this. You came in just in time because being a married woman yourself, you can chime in and tell me something about this. Because now they got a thing going around where they're saying, well, I don't know how long this has been debated, but now they're saying marriage is basically legal prostitution. A transactional relationship that falls in line with regular ass prostitution. That's what I'm hearing anyway. So as a married woman yourself, please chime in on this and let the public know the difference between the two. Because yeah, your husband is providing for you, providing money for you, financial security, protection, and all that kind of shit. And in return, what do you give him? Access to you physically, sexually, whatever the whole nine may be. Even got 2 kids out of it. And they're equating that to goddamn prostitution, which is basically, give me some money. Here's $50. Give me some head. $100. Fuck the shit out of me. They're equating the two like that. Can you believe that? And let me know if my audio is still good, by the way. If you're back there, let me know if my audio is borging again. So they're comparing the transactional relationship of our marriage to a transactional relationship of regular ass prostitution. That's my understanding of the whole thing. I call bullshit on that because the two relationships are not the same thing. They never were and never will be. And maybe that's why they call it legal prostitution, because now it's legal by a binding contract where all the traditional values that come with a relationship apply in this transactional relationship. It sounds dumb as hell to me, but hey, let me know what y'all think. I got the link right there if anybody want to come up and talk about this with me. But yeah, this is today's topic of discussion. Whoops. Legalized marriage has become legalized prostitution. And here are some pictures I wanted y'all to take a look at. Women want money, men want sex. Is prostitution the perfect arranged marriage for MGTOW independent women? Oh man, look at that. MIMS, Men's Empowerment Movement. MIMS. Where they come up with this shit? MIMS, Men's Empowerment Movement. Yeah, when women want money, men want sex. They say we need sex. Yeah, we need sex, but we don't need that goddamn badly that we can't live without it. Just saying. But hey, let me know what y'all think back there. And if my audio is fucking up, please tell me. Okay, take a look at this picture as well. It said one difference between marriage and prostitution is that in marriage, you only have to make a deal with one man. Well, there may be some truth to that. There may be a deal with just one man, but it's the kind of deal you're making with said man. You're saying, I want to be your partner for life. You financially provide for me forever, compared to a prostitution where you just give me money in the heat of this moment so we can finally do some sexual stuff and then get the fuck on and let the next person take over. Let the next man pipe me down. Same thing with a man, giving money to this woman, and then he just goes about his day to the next woman, possibly. That's a big difference there. There's more exclusiveness with a traditional marriage. None of that exists in prostitution, just saying. Let me know what you think about that. You might leave a comment. Anybody who's married or currently in a relationship, feel free to chime in on this topic. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. This one says causes of prostitution. These are just reasons why people become prostitutes. Let's look at this list. Ill treatment by parents. Yeah, coming from a broken home with a lot of chaos and anarchy. That can push people into that kind of lifestyle. Bad company or hanging around bad people. Family prostitutes, meaning it runs in the family. Your mom was a hooker or a hoe, and your father was a pimp, pimping her out. Could be. Or your father was a former pimp back in the day. Yep. Social customs. Excuse me. Sometimes, yeah, social custom, like what you see going on around you. Inability to arrange marriage. So I guess it means inability to find a suitable partner, possibly, yeah. Prior incest or the R word. Yeah, I've heard stories about women who ran the streets or whatever. They were attacked or touched by a family member or someone that they thought they could trust. I've heard about that kind of stuff happening. It's tragic. This one says early marriage or desertion. I don't see how early marriage can lead to wanting to be a prostitute or whatever the hell. Desertion, yes, because idle mind's the devil's playground, as they always say. This one says lack of recreational facilities. Like I said, idle mind's the devil's playground, so there's no place for you to go where you ain't got to think about doing bullshit like this. And what are they going to do? Engage in this kind of fuckery, if left alone, but that is. So that plays a part in it. Ignorance and accepting the prostitution, meaning you know about prostitution, you know it's a thing, you just accept it for what it is. Because you can't do nothing about it, which may lead to you wanting to try it out at some point. I advise against it, honestly. Economic causes include poverty and economic distress. Yeah, a lot of prostitutes that we know come from poor homes. They come from dysfunctional families and poverty-stricken neighborhoods. Every city has one. And finally, psychological causes include desire for physical pleasure, greed, and dejection. Yep. Hold on. Excuse me. So yeah, you just have a need for some attention, a need for some pressure, and you're greedy as fuck because you want everything. You want money, you want sex, you want possibly the drugs and alcohol that come with it. You want all that shit. So you'll sell your body. So you'll sell your body just to get those things. Yep, kind of plays into. What y'all think in the comments below? Y'all agree with any of those things that I just showed y'all? Let me know what you think. All right. I have another picture to show you guys if you're back there listening. If y'all could read, damn, my side's all covered up. It's like, it said marriage is a skankinate contract or a sexual contract. Is marriage a sexual contract or sexual contract? With the institutions like dowry and bride wealth, the contract loses all its sacredness and reduces itself to a sexual contract based on monetary exchange. Monetary exchange, okay. You know, I did a show talking about the Asian culture and how the Chinese market looking like shit. And I read that they have something called a bride price, where you marry a woman, you got to pay her family a large sum of money just to take her off their hands, which sounds like some goofy ass shit, but that's how the Asians do things. I ain't gonna shame their culture. I'm just saying it just seems far-fetched from a Western perspective, you know? So anytime money is involved, so anytime wealth is involved, it kind of destroys the secrecy of marriages. It can be considered a sexual contract, especially in the case of bride prices, like I said earlier, because traffickers usually buy brides and sell them to other states or overseas after satisfying their own sexual needs. So goddamn, like I was talking about earlier with the bride prices on my last show, it sounds like some old sex trafficking or slave trade type shit, but that's just how the Asians do it. You start adding all that money into the mix, it's going to sound like prostitution in the eyes of some people. This one said, these women belong to a lower class and their parents have no option but to sell them in return for some money that can sustain their life for a little while. Yeah, you hear stories about women selling their children to do for whatever reason, selling their sons and daughters. That's just tragic shit right there. That is some real tragic shit right there. And then finally, what else can they do when the cost of raising a daughter are rising like anything? When there's little chance that parents can protect their daughters from the eyes of men ready to wither her gullible being. Yeah, so the cost of raising kids is very expensive. We've been hearing that for the longest. Any of y'all got kids, you know what the fuck we're talking about. We all know raising kids is very costly. So this ties into marriage being looked at as a sexual contract, a contract between two people who are physically and sexually attracted to each other, and they agree to provide something in return for the other. The man provides financial security and protection and provision, while in return, she gives him sexual gratification. She gives him children, and she gives him a nice, clean home. While in hindsight, that does sound like a transactional relationship, but the context of the transactional relationship is different. That's how traditional marriages are supposed to go. Two people working together. With prostitution, there's no fucking teamwork. I'll give you this money. Now give me some head and get the fuck about my face. Ain't no goddamn partnership when it comes to prostitution type shit. So it seems mind-boggling how we want to compare the two like that when we know the two are not the same thing. But anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comment. This is today's topic. Is marriage legalized prostitution? Anybody out there that's married or in a relationship, let me know what you think about this. The link is right there if anybody want to come up and speak on this with me. I got time, so please come on up here. I'll close up in the next 30 minutes if no one wants to come up, but it is what it is. So what's your take on this whole thing? Do you think marriage should be comparable to prostitution? Yes, no, maybe. I say hell or fuck no, because it's not the same dynamic. But I got another video to show you guys. Take a look at this one. Okay, fair use, fair use.
A lot of women are bums, and you have high standards with low quality in yourself. You want a man to have 6 figures. You want a man to take care of you, pay all your bills. You want a man to do this, that, and the third. Elevate your life. A lot of women are bums, and you have high standards with low quality in yourself. You want a man to have 6 figures. You want a man to take care of you, pay all your bills. You want a man to do this, that, and the third. Elevate your life. But you can't do that for yourself. So why is a man going to invest that into you when you don't even do that for yourself? If you don't show a man that you're worth that yourself, why is it that you feel obligated to meet somebody? And most times it's a stranger. You meet a stranger and he ain't trying to pay your bills. You don't want to deal with him. That's cold. Insane.
It's a stranger.
But here's the flip side of that. Women are putting themselves in situations where they're dealing with less than for a nigga that's paying their bills.
No, most women feel like when they fuck a nigga, they can fuck some money out of a nigga too.
Prostitution. That's modern day prostitution.
They think, okay, because I fucked the nigga, something gonna come.
That's modern day prostitution. Now you mad at the
nigga because nothing never come.
That's modern day prostitution. You want to mess with a nigga that got...
So thoughts, comments, concerns about what they said? Let me know what you think. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So what did y'all think of what they were talking about? Because I kind of agree with what she was saying about how women have all these standards of what they want a man to be, but they don't even meet, but they can't even do good. They can't even do good for themselves. Don't make a lot of. I mean, think about that. We no longer live in a world where the man's the one doing all the work. The man is the one providing all the time. Now that women have risen above, sitting at home, taking care of the kids all the time. Now they're allowed to go into the workforce and do almost as much as men are doing. Now it's like as men, we kind of have a standard for what we want our woman to be, not just physically and sexually, but mentally and somewhat financially as well. And by financial, I'm not talking about how much money you make. I'm talking about how responsible you are with your goddamn money. That's what we're talking about. How responsible are you when it comes to spending? Are you being responsible with your money, just racking up debt left and right, and expect me to pay for it? If it's the latter, fuck you mean. So yeah. So we've kind of raised our standard a little bit for women. Only difference is with women, their standards have gone up way higher. We don't require much from women, but women require everything from us. That's where I tend to have the issue. Excuse me. Angela C said, I don't see marriage as prostitution, but I kind of agree with Homegirl. Yeah, she's right. You're absolutely right, Angela. I don't see it as prostitution either. But like I said, people are looking at it in that manner because it's a contractual agreement between two people who are going to be together in exchange for something. He provides for you. He builds for you. In exchange, he gets sexual access to you for life or until death do y'all part or whatever the fuck. That's what they're considering it as. And I believe, like I said at the beginning of the panel, because you came up a little later, I believe that's just an excuse to not only downgrade marriages, but to give women who run the streets it's an excuse to give them all the justification in the world to do what they're doing and or encourage said behavior. Because Angela, being a married woman yourself, you can attest to that. Yes, your husband provides for you and you give him access to you sexually, but it's beyond just physical. I mean, come on, Angela, we are now in our 30s and 40s. Some of us knocking on 40 up in here. We don't have the time to be acting like a bunch of horny 20-something-year-olds like we did when we were in college. Those days are practically behind us. I'm not saying you and your husband can't still be intimate every now and then, but I'm just saying it's not the same level as it was when y'all were dating in your 20s or your teens or whatever the hell. We got to evolve past that state. So, of course, it's going to evolve and change over time. But hey, he's doing his part, you're doing your part. Prostitution is not the same. Again, with prostitution, give her some money. She just satisfies you and you can get the fuck up out here and let the next man come in. And by the same token, you do the same thing with the next hooker that comes into your life. So there's no longevity with that. That's the thing. There's no longevity with that. Anybody want to talk about this? Let me hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Because I do agree. It is not prostitution. And just he said that's exactly what it is. It's way beyond that. Yep. If you're commenting on what I said earlier about, unlike prostitution, where it's all about sex, sexual gratification, a marriage is more about emotional, spiritual, and sexual gratification. Yep, you're right. It is beyond that. Because you know this, Angela. So I'm gonna tell you anyway. When it comes to a marriage, it's more than about just, unlike prostitution, where it's all about sexual gratification, where the marriage, other aspects play into it. So you're absolutely right. Other aspects do play into it. I can go out there and just give any random chick off the streets $50 just to suck me off or fuck me or whatever. But I can't do that with no woman that wants to be in a traditional relationship. I can't do that with her. When it comes to me getting with a wife, I gotta do more than that. There is no, here's some money. No, I gotta pay whatever mortgage you gotta pay, whatever utility you gotta pay, whatever car you gotta pay, just to keep both of us satisfied. Because remember, with marriage, it's more exclusivity involved. With prostitution, there's no exclusivity. You're for everybody. It's whoever and whatever. Whoever wants it, they can have it. That's how that works. So like I said, that's just how that goes. Okay, anybody back there listening, I have another video to show you guys. Okay, check out this video. Let me know what you think about this one.
But this does bring up a good question that I alluded to earlier on in the show. If a guy pulls up to a prostitute on the street and says, wow, you're so beautiful, want to go on a date with me? And then she says yes, and he goes, let's go out for dinner. And they go out for dinner. And then he was like, you know what? I know it's soon, but why don't you be my girlfriend? I always take care of my girlfriend. You know what? As my girlfriend, here's an allowance. Is that not prostitution?
It is. So is marriage. Marriage is prostitution.
What? How?
Definitely, 100%. He's paying her to sit there and have babies and cook for him.
It's a mutually beneficial relationship.
It's a financially. And alimony.
Emotionally, physically.
Alimony as soon as they get
women
divorced.
Who are married live
but
longer.
you're not having sex anymore with alimony.
Depends.
True. I would absolutely disagree. I think matrimony is beautiful. It was designed by God for a reason.
Supposed to be,
both men and women
anymore.
benefit from maybe what you've seen growing up, but from what I've seen, marriage is the most beautiful, rewarding thing.
Well, thoughts, comments, concern? Old girl with the tattoos, which is so full of shit, is ridiculous. She said something about, oh, you're paying her to just sit there. But like the guy Chris said, shout out to Chris for that one. He said, yeah, I want you to be my girlfriend. Here's an allowance. He's giving her money directly. He's financially providing her with something, yes, but it's all in the name of sexual gratification. No commitment, no relationship, just a mutual respect and mutual agreement between two people who want to be involved. That's how prostitution works. Now, if you want to go above and beyond just old-fashioned street walking, okay, look at what they call escort services or whorehouse escorts or whatever they call that. Because you know what, escorts, it's prostitution, but it's more on a high profile level. But with escorts, you pay these women for companionship, but it's more on a higher class level. Like you may give a woman a certain amount of money just to go out to dinner, go out to a party, go wherever. A bit of family gathering, which I hope you never do, because that's doing too goddamn much. But with escorts, you give them a certain amount of money just to be your companion in that moment. That's how that works. It's just a temporary companionship. That's how escort services work. It's like prostitution, but on a higher level. Again, you can't compare that to a traditional marriage where it's a lifelong commitment between a man and a woman, and the two agree to be together through sickness and health. With prostitution, something bad happened to your ass, that same bitch you gave $100 for to fuck you is not going to be there for you. And by the same token, your ass ain't gonna be there for her. Escort services, same thing. Give me my money for my services and get the fuck about my house or wherever. Same thing with me. If I pay a chick just to be man for the night or for a week, once our time is up, my time is up. Time for us to go. Marriages don't work like that. Angela said, you don't pay prostitutes to have your children. Exactly. Exactly, Angela C. That's my point. You don't pay a bunch of prostitutes to give birth to your children. Exactly. Thank you. Talking about you're basically paying her to have sex and have your babies. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, the bills are getting paid, but it's not money going directly to her. It ain't money going directly to you, the woman. That's my fucking point right there. My God. The things these women say, you just can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
You really can't make this shit up. Okay, GC says sounds better. Well, good to hear, Game Changer. If anybody want to come up, the link is in the chat. Anybody want to come up? Angela, Game Changer, want to talk about this with me? You couldn't understand me earlier. Well, hope you can understand me now. Today's topic, marriage versus prostitution. Marriage is now considered legal prostitution. What are your thoughts on those whole things? Because I disagree. That's total bullshit. And Angela C can tell you she's a married woman herself for some years, I guess a decade plus or whatever. So she can tell you from her experience that it's not the same thing. It'll be good to hear from her. Anybody else who's married men, married women, please speak on this and let's debunk this bullshit together. I can only say so much based on what I'm hearing and seeing. I need people with some personal experiences, either been married or currently married. What was it like? Was you paying her for her companionship, or was you just simply providing the provision and protection that she needed? For long-term companionship. There's a mutual respect, mutual admiration for each other. It would be nice to hear that from somebody that's either married or in a relationship. Yeah. Excuse me. So anybody want to come up? The link is right there in the description. Because that's today's topic of discussion. I think I looked at this one already. Look, I think I looked at that picture already. No need to look at it. Oops. Look at it again. I already looked at that picture. Here's another one. This picture says, what's the difference between a prostitute and a wife? One's a temporary arrangement. The other's a little more permanent. True. Facts. Marriage is a permanent kind of prostitution. Deep down is not different. Hence, marriage and prostitution have both existed together. Wow. That's a bit stretching shit too much. So I guess you could argue it's a permanent kind of prostitution. I mean, life has always been transactional since God created the earth, but there's good transactional and there's bad transactional. Marriages last long as the man is doing his part, providing, building, and protecting, and the woman is doing her part. Nurturing, caring, and helping, nurturing and caring for the household. Nurturing the children, caring for the household. That's how they work. I'm not going to agree with that last. His marriage is they exist together. Imagine prostitution and marriages existing together. Ain't that about some shit? Ain't that about some shit? But what do y'all think about this quote right here? I agree. One is more permanent. The other one's just temporary. But marriage is a permanent kind of prostitution where I pay you a large amount of money for a lifetime just to be my sexual partner. No, you're more than just a sexual partner. A prostitute, the main goal is to get access to the cooch, and for the woman to get access to the vagina. That's the whole name of that. That's the name of the game when you think about it. But what do y'all think about this whole thing? Let me know what you think. Yeah. My apologies for earlier, but my phone was acting like shit, so I had to reboot my phone and try to get the audio to act proper. So I appreciate y'all for being patient with me. But no one said being a live streamer would be easy. I had a feeling it wasn't going to be easy anyway, but it is what it is, right? And GC said sounds better. I'm glad you feel that way, my guy. So, lose my top tier supporter. One of my top tier supporters, Angela C, for stopping in, as well as Syndical One for stopping by. Well, so look to both of you. You're my motivators for doing this. Now I have another video to show you guys. Give me a second to get set up. I'm right back. All right, let's get ready. But first, is you able to see?
Yes, it is.
Oh, welcome back, my lady. Salute to my A1 day one, always there when it's time to slay one. Salute to Angela C. How you be? Your Discord's top tier MVP.
Yeah,
How are you, my lady?
I think I have a lot to say about this. I've heard these type of
prostitution, marriage is prostitution. Speak your piece, please.
Yes, I've heard this before, and it angers me because they've never been married. Like, marriage is a job, but it is not no prostitution. Like, I don't know where they get this idea from. Because
no, that's my point.
because if we're looking at the numbers, most married women are working. And even if they wasn't working, who cares? He's providing, right. She's the wife, she's taking care of the children. There's no man paying a prostitute to have his child, and she stays at home and takes care of a kid that came from a transaction. This is not the same. Marriage and prostitution are not the same at all, period. No, absolutely not. Absolutely. I think women who are conniving and who has that mindset and who probably went into a marriage to use a man, she probably feels that way. But a woman like me, no. I don't view marriage as prostitution. It's not. There's no man paying a woman to have his child, because the chick with the tattoos try to say, oh, he just pays a woman to sit around and have his babies. There's no man paying a prostitute, an actual hoe, to have his children and to raise his kids. There's no man doing this. No man.
Exactly.
So they need to stop trying to tie in prostitutes with regular women. Most married women are working anyways. Everybody knows this. So I'm not sure where they're getting this idea that married women just sitting around, they don't do nothing. Like, no, that is not real life. It's not.
Exactly. Thank you for clarifying that, my lady. You brought the fire, my lady. You really brought the fire. But yeah, that's a topic of discussion. I see it the same thing. Like you said, a woman in the video was like, well, she's paying you to sit around and have kids. Like you say, anybody having kids from no goddamn prostitute. And like you said, women are working. If you and your husband are both working, then technically he's not paying for you for no, sir, you got your money, he got his money, you put it together. How the fuck is that the same as prostitution, where the woman just sits on her ass, take all the money and give him sexual favors?
Right. I mean, if you look at history, the wives typically always work, especially if you were from like a lower middle class. The women were working. They were working. I don't care if it was the 1600s. She was right alongside with her husband working. In most cases, like these people are degenerates who know nothing about family and union and hard work. They're just leeches, and they think everybody has this mindset. No, we do not. Stop trying to tie everybody into your little your little mindset. That is not what marriage is, and it's so irritating hearing that.
Damn. I just started hearing, well, I guess it's been going on for years, but I'm just now recently hearing about this. They're comparing marriage to prostitution, really?
They've been saying this, and it's mostly women with a prostitute mindset trying to spread that. They're trying to spread that. It's like they're miserable, so everybody's gonna be miserable with me. Like, no, sweetie star, we all do not believe this. That is insane to even think like that. It's not.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the stream, well, you came in a little late, but I said at the beginning of the stream, it's marriage and prostitution, not the same thing. This is just another way to not only downgrade marriages and devalue them, but it's also a dumbass excuse to give women with the prostitute mindset, as you said, and a justifiable reason to continue doing what they're doing and promoting this bullshit. That's all it really is.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. They're trying to downplay marriage.
And like, and as a married woman, that's an insult to you. That's an insult to married women like yourself. So I understand the fire and the passion behind it. So your husband's tricking off of you. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. It's like, damn, can a man can he provide for his wife? Now we're questioning the man who provides for his wife. But if a man doesn't provide for his wife, then you'll call him names. So which one is it?
Right.
Should he or shouldn't he?
Right. Now that's deep right there. You don't make a lot of sense complaining about, oh, men got to make this amount of money. Men got to pay all the bills. But when he's doing just that for a woman, now you want to say, oh, he's paying you to just sit around and do nothing. He's paying you just for sex. I'm like, make it the goddamn man. What do you want? It's my So, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you came to speak on this.
Yes, I had to because I watched other streams where some of the men who are not married would try to say, yeah, marriage is just like prostitute. And I'm sick of these people. I can't stand these people.
Wait. Hold on. I'm going to cut you off, but you're saying men said this? Other dudes were saying this.
Really? Yeah, I've seen streams where some men, not a lot of men on YouTube, but there have been some men who were also trying to co-sign that. But then when I look at them, they're not married and they don't have that family, you know what I'm saying, minded going on up there. So that's why I said that it is degenerates who are saying this, male and female.
Damn. Mm-hmm. I kind of figured on some level or another, you're going to have them sucker simps out there that's going to sign on for that bullshit. But do me a favor, Angela. Give me their names and their channel names so I can look them up and get my ass whooping for you. I'll give them one for you. But that's ridiculous. Whoever they are, let me know who they are. I'm gonna give my ass whooping for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm trying to remember. These are like channels I don't watch normally because there's certain people I sub to, so I honestly cannot remember the name, but there's been streams where I just popped up in because YouTube had recommended, and I watched it. But these are not people that I watch all the time, and I'm like, these are men saying this. This is crazy. So you will have some men that will co-sign that.
Yeah, because they don't. Either one, they don't know no better, or two, they're trying to simp for the women to gain some respect points.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think that even if you're a man and you're guilty of tricking off women, have the common sense to know the difference between the two. Don't sound stuff and say, "Oh, this is what women should be doing." It's the same thing as marriage, bruh. You're giving a woman some money just to satisfy your penis, and then she can get the fuck on, and you get the fuck on. It's not the same dynamic. Come on, man. Don't be signing on for this stuff just to impress a woman. So maybe he doesn't have the proper mindset. So it's like, damn, kind of like the women who sign on for this shit. They got a 3 or 4 prostitute or escort service mindset. The men are no different. They probably were guilty of tricking off women too. So that's why they sign on for this shit. Now, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm guilty of going to the gentleman's clubs, you know, to get my PP satisfied, you know, when that's before COVID took off. But I was never intimate with them. I never did this, that, or third with them. I don't support this stuff 100%. Just a convenience for me. But I'm not going to go on YouTube and be like, this is the same thing as being in a relationship. Go to the strip club. Trick off women is more or less the same thing as taking a girlfriend out on a date. Really, motherfucker? I'm going to compare going to a strip club, making it rain for women, to taking her out to a fancy restaurant or whatever the fuck, and let her or entertaining me in the privacy of my own home. It's not the same dynamic.
It's not at all. Like, that's why when you hear people say this, you know,
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I had a guy tell me some years ago, back in the 2010s, that, hey, going to a strip club, talking to a woman, it's almost the same thing as talking to women in regular places. While in context, it may seem like that, but guess what? The environment and the overall essence of the situation is not the same thing. In one setting, you're talking to some chick that's on the clock, looking to get some dick in exchange for money. But in one setting, you got a legit connection with a woman. So you can't compare the two. I'm like, motherfucker, you done lost your damn. So I've heard that before. You can't compare a gentleman's club to reading women in regular places. Seriously, you really can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And shout out to Negan Walker. He said, this question is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, Negan Walker. And you want to come up and talk on this, feel free to do so. Is prostitution, is marriage legal prostitution? That's a big question here. That's the big question. Now, you were saying, Angela, go ahead. I just had to get that out.
I was just agreeing with you. It's just these topics, these people, the things that these folks are saying, it's like, oh my gosh. And they're always trying to be like, their word is final. It's like, no, it is not. But you notice the people who are saying this, they've never been married, and they're not married. They don't know nothing about married life. Period. Nothing.
Well, I must be the diamond in the rough or the outlier in this situation, because I've never been married myself either. But I know what a marriage is, because I can see what a marriage is not. And in this case, prostitution is not the same as marriage. I can tell you that ain't what a marriage is about. So you got to see darkness before you can see the light. That's what I'm understanding. So I guess I'm an outlier in this situation.
Yeah.
I hear people like yourself, Brianne LaFay, shout out to her. Who else is married? Dee Dee Woods, Danica Marie, all married women. Sergey, Lady Di, also a married couple. I hear how they talk, and they got the dynamic of a marriage down pat. So yeah, I know what a marriage is because I see what a marriage is not. So I guess I'm an outlier in this situation.
Yep. And like I said earlier, a few minutes ago, the only women who think like this were the ones that were scheming, and they were already prostitutes. And they're trying to figure out how to get a bag, so they get married just for the bag. They're not getting married for the reasons like a woman like me gets married. They were already scheming. They may think of it that way. I don't think of it that way.
Yeah. Like I said, beginning, getting married just for the convenience of having somebody. That's one of the worst reasons to get married. Now, granted, I struggle with that mindset myself. Like, I don't want to be 40, 50, 60 years old still looking for a good Christian woman, because everybody my age, either one, shacked up, or two, they're damaged, set in their ways. They don't want to be told anything. A first timer is not on their radar. So I thought about getting married just for the convenience. But then when I see bullshit like this, like what we talked about so far, I'm like, you know what? I'm staying in my lane. Because getting married for convenience is not the way to go about things. It just ain't.
Yep.
And here's a video I played at the beginning of the stream. Since I played it again since you came in a little late, but let me know what you think of this 2-minute video. All right, fair use.
Marrying men that they weren't completely in love with, but the man earned a fair amount. And so I thought that's just a form of prostitution extended over a lifetime. How depressed that must make a woman. And it's not going to be good for a man either. He never knows whether he's loved for who he is or loved for what he has. And he's afraid to give up producing because he's afraid to lose love. And so women who were successful to me appeared to be women who would free men from having to be all, wrapped up in just being the only breadwinner and supporting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, which, it's one thing to support yourself. When you're supporting 5 people, you don't have the freedom to question your boss because you're supporting 5 people.
The first issue of feminism was to say, just because I'm a woman, maybe I don't want to spend my life raising children. Don't force me into that role against my will. So they looked at men and said, well, you're not forced to raise children. You don't have any issue. But for men, the traditional sex role was not raising children. For us, the traditional sex role was to be a provider, a protector, and to initiate relationships. Each of us has traditional sex roles. Don't force us to carry out those traditional sex roles.
We have the same rules set up for men that they've always lived by, that you need to protect and provide at any cost. But we've changed everything where it concerns women. They now have access to everything men have always had access to education, to work, to whatever they want to do. But they're not the ones driving the semis. And they're not the ones in the coal mines. You don't hear the National Organization for Women complaining that there is just not enough female ditch diggers. It is still men carrying the lion's share for what it takes to operate and maintain this society. And it is still the expectation that if somebody's going to go down with the ship, it's going to be men.
Thoughts, comments, concerns?
I agree when he said that the women are not the ones doing the real labor jobs, where you really putting your life on the line type jobs. I would rather be a stay-at-home wife. I've been a stay-at-home wife for years. And then there's a certain situation going on in my personal life where I'm going to be going back to work. But that is what it is. So regardless, I'm not putting my life on the line though. I'm not about to do no cement, no firefighter job, I'm not driving no trucks. I'm not doing none of that hard physical labor work.
I mean, you got some females. You got some females driving trucks now. When I'm sitting here.
I know. Girls, salute to you. I don't know if I could just sit for hours like that driving. I don't know. That would drive me crazy. I don't know if I can do that.
I did it for the military when I was in the National Guard. So I see how boring it tends to be. But we made the best. We was in the army, so we made the best of it.
Yeah. Like my situation right now, I'm going to be going back to work after I don't know how many years because a certain thing is going on in my personal life, but I'm a wife. So, as a wife, I have to help step in on the financial part now. So there is no prostitute that's going to help the man she slept with on a financial level. She's out for herself, but I'm here for my family.
Right.
So once again, we're different, completely different. This is why I don't understand where these people get this idea about marriage. Like, have you people been married? Do you know what this entails? Hello? No, they don't. And this is why they should not be on podcasts talking. People who live real life should speak, not these people living in the fantasy world, and they're about wrecking my damn nerves. They're just irritating at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I'm an outlier because I've never been married, but I've been in one committed relationship which lasted for 2 years, and I've seen what marriages look like because I see what a marriage is not about. Getting married for convenience is not the way to go about it. Marrying a man because he's got what he lacks in good looks and sex appeal, he's got money and status and confidence. That's not the way to go about it. Because those were the main ones cheating on their spouses. I saw a video a few days ago about a woman deliberately admitting to cheating on her husband for who? His best friend, who she thought was way more attractive. This is what happens when you marry for convenience, just because you need a husband or you need a wife. You know, you the fear of being single and by yourself and not getting access to sex is just driving you mad. You'll marry somebody just for the hell of it? No. That's not the way to go about things. I have the common sense to understand it despite never having a wife before. So I guess, like I said, I'm an outlier in this.
Yep.
And plus, I hear married women speak on this stuff, married women and married men, or alleged married men, some of them, yeah. So I always listen to their talking points. Are they making any sense? Does it coincide with, is it the opposite of what I see as far as what a marriage is not? If it is, then they may be legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way that goes. Okay. I have another video for you to take a look. Let me know what you think about this one. Fair use.
So the idea that traditional marriage is not an exchange of resources, protection, and provision for, let's say, sexual access and or exclusivity is absurd.
It seems like the institution of marriage is going down, the rise of sex work. What's your take on all this stuff?
Well, it's interesting. I was doing a conversation with James Sexton on Soft White Underbelly. He said, what do we call it when we exchange resources for sex? I was obviously reaching for prostitution, and he responded with marriage. So the idea that traditional marriage is not an exchange is absurd. That's one of the fundamental components of traditional marriage. It's probably one of the greatest resource allocation programs on the history of the planet. Like, it beats communism by far, because it's existed in far more different parts of the world for far longer. This can be taken to extremes, just like some guys, some players can get lost just in the game, in the conquest, and the sexual pursuit, and the building up of numbers. People can get lost on both sides for different reasons. Yeah.
Well, what's your thoughts on that? A lot to wrap your head around, but hey.
I know. That's why I'm like,
He said something about marriage is not an exchange of resources in exchange for sexual access. That's what he said at the beginning of the video anyway. Angie?
I don't know.
Yeah, that one kind of had me. All right, I'll play it again. Hold on.
The idea that traditional marriage is not an exchange of resources, protection, and provision for, let's say, sexual access and or exclusivity is absurd.
It seems like the institution of marriage is going down, the rise of sex work. What's your take on all this stuff?
Well, it's interesting. I was doing a conversation with James Sexton on Soft White Underbelly. He said, what do we call it when we exchange resources for sex? I was obviously reaching for prostitution, and he responded with marriage. So the idea that traditional marriage is not an exchange is absurd. That's one of the fundamental components of traditional marriage. It's probably one of the greatest resource allocation programs on the history of the planet. Like, it beats communism by far, because it's existed in far more different parts of the world for far longer. This can be taken to extremes, just like some guys, some players can get lost just in the game, in the conquest, and the sexual pursuit, and the building up of numbers. People can get lost on both sides for different reasons. Yeah.
I don't see that as prostitution though, because I mean, I'm looking at things from a historical point of view where back then it was wise to get with the man with money, especially for women, only because women weren't allowed to work or really be financially independent. So I don't know, it was kind of like common sense to get with the guy that was at the top. But that was with any culture in regards to women. Otherwise, surviving was difficult. that's where that actually stemmed and came from. Because if you look at a lot of marriages today, you got poor people who have nothing getting married because they love each other and they're gonna work hard to build up and all that other. You got different type of people getting married today. So I don't know about that. Like I see what he's trying to say, but I don't view that as prostitution. I mean, you want a man who's either working towards a goal, right? He's not there, he's working towards a goal. You see, he's a hard worker, or you got some women who want a man who's there because she wants to make sure she's going to be financially set. But I still don't see that as prostitution because that actually stems from something that's been here for generations, for years, generation after generation.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he made it seem like exchanging resources for sexual access is basically the equivalent of prostitution. Like we said earlier, it's not the same thing because with a marriage, it's a lifelong commitment. It's you and your husband against the whole, and your children against the whole damn world.
Right.
So that's how that works. Yes, he's providing resources. Yes, but in exchange, but he's not giving them to you just to get access to your section. It's already been done. Even though that's a one and done because you already have kids. But hey, you're never too old to give it up to your husband every now and then, and vice versa. But I'm just saying, when it comes to a marriage, it's deeper than just sexual access.
Right,
This is you and him raising children together until they're 18 old to get out on their own, and they have to learn some of this game. That's something you got to factor in as well. And it's about y'all growing together. With prostitution, take my money, give me some sex, give me the cooch, you can have my penis, and then get out of my face. Escort service, more or less the same thing, only on a higher class. Because they pay women just to go out to dinner or go out to lunch dates with them or whatever the fuck. So it's all the same. That's all the same stuff.
Getting his resources, she won't have access to his resources. When I say resources, I'm talking about if he has land, property, $600,000 in the savings account. She's
Somebody
not
have that. Well,
he's not getting
money in the bank. Yeah, we got that. But land and property did not so much. I got my own condominium. That counts as anything. Yeah.
Right. She's not getting all of that. She's not going to be set for life. When you think about it, a prostitute would still be on her own. It's all about what she's going to do with the money once she gets it. She's spending it. She's saving it. What is she doing? Because if she ain't doing nothing productive with the little chip change that she's getting, she's done. The wife, on the other hand, is going to be set regardless. So once again, we can't say it's the same.
Right, exactly. Boy, you brought the fire on this string. And that's just so it kind of irked me when I heard about that. Now, how the hell you gonna compare something as sacred as marriage to something that's unholy and unsacred as prostitution? One is a hustle, one is a lifetime commitment. One is just money exchanged for sex. The other one is a lifelong commitment where both play their roles, man provider, woman the nurturer, and y'all come together. That's how that works. Yes, like I said, yes, it's giving you stuff like buying you a car, got you a house, and in exchange for getting access, but y'all in a committed relationship. The dynamics are not the same thing. And I have reason to believe that when you start throwing money into these relationships, yes, it can seem like some form of prostitution. Like I did a show talking about the dating market in China. Did you know that China has something called bride prices? With bride prices, how does that work exactly? Simple. Your husband marries you, and he got to pay your family hundreds of thousands of dollars just to take you off their hands. That's how that works.
Like a what I think they call a dowry, a dowry, something like that. And other cultures, they call it diary or something like that, where you pay the family for the bride.
He said, "Well, institutions like
diary, there it is.
And bride wealth." Yep. Yes, it's considered a sexual contract, especially in cases of bride price, because traffickers usually buy brides and sell them to other states overseas for satisfying their sexual need. Yep, that's what it's called, dowry. In China, it's called bride prices. Money in exchange for something sexual or is gratifying. Yep, that's what it sounds like. So yeah, that's exactly what that is. So that maybe that's why they consider it the same, because you're putting finances in the middle of it. I mean, finances play a part in both, but finances are going to benefit a marriage more so than prostitution. You finance a prostitute, what's she going to do? Continue running the streets and doing whatever the fuck she wants to do. Finance a marriage, she'll stick around longer. You two will stay together longer. And continue this ungodly commitment to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's basically how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, hold on. I had one more video to show you before I close up. Is it getting dark out there where you at?
It is. It's getting dark. It pretty much is dark. It's a little bit, tiny bit of light, but yeah.
Yep, same over here. Daylight saving time gets me every day. I be forgetting that it get dark around 4-5 o'clock now.
Yep, 6 o'clock is when it's like officially dark, night dark. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. Okay, shout out to, what's his name? The Philip Scott Show. If you can see it, this video says, hold on. Radio show from the 1950s predicted all the problems with modern women in 2024. Oh my. Let's hear what this has to say. Crank up the volume. Fair use.
And yet feel that they are our...
Hold on.
How accurate it is into 2024. My friends, a time is coming when women will leave the home and go into the world blindly, and yet feel that they are our equals. They will quickly become entitled, as we men will tell them any and everything they want to hear, because we will have no one to come home to. As their egos become more inflated by their vast amount of suitors, and yes, there will be vast amounts because we men are hunters by nature.
Yep. We are hunters. In other words, simp for these women and tell them what they want to hear just to get access to them, basically. Fair use.
The women will take longer to decide which of these men should become their life partner. The longer they take, the more hollow they will become, as they will end up in bed with most of these men.
Exactly. Give a woman options, she ain't gonna know what the fuck to do because she's got so many to choose from. She's indecisive. That's all that's saying. What do you think?
Yes, that's true. We see it today.
And this is a broadcast from like the 1950s. My mom wasn't even born yet. Wait, well, I mean, she was, but this is sometime after her birth. She was born in 49. So this was around my mama's time, our parents' time. Even they foresaw this. But anyways, fair use.
Each of these men taking away pieces of them.
Yep.
Once they do find a long-term partner, they will never be satisfied as they enjoyed being preyed upon. This will lead them to leave their marriage and go back out into the world, seeking someone else to complete their hollow core. Sadly, this cycle will continue until they are in their 40s and are no longer desirable prey.
In other words, hitting the wall, damage. In other words, hitting the wall, or in China, you're a leftover woman. Yep, makes sense to me.
Yep.
I can't believe they saw that. So yeah, women are stepping out of their homes, going to the workplace, working as much as we men do. So now they're going to have men pursuing them left and right. They're not going to know who to choose. They just, fuck it, I'll take all of you men. Come on over here. And when they finally make up their mind, they're so damaged from all the intimate moments, all this intimacy with different men that they're not desirable anymore. Mm-hmm. They're indecisive. They think they know what they want, but when they come down to it, they don't know who they want. Like, and this kind of go back to the marriage for convenience. They'll marry this guy just because he's got this, that, and third, but then get around another man that's more attractive. That's because she spent her life running through different men. And this is probably why in some culture, I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is probably why in some cultures, they don't allow women to, go out in public or dress any old kind of way. They got to go with their husbands everywhere they go. You talk about, like we talk about in the 4B movement stream, Arabians and South Middle East don't allow that shit. We consider that oppression here in America, but look at the state our society has been in for the last 50 years or so. Maybe there's a method to that madness.
Yeah.
Maybe if you stay your ass home and take care of the house and wouldn't have women running around being loosened for the streets and making it hard for good men to find good women, you know? So maybe there's a method to that. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Everything he's saying, we see today.
Yeah, this was in the 50s. One time's more cordial back in the 19th. Well, maybe we were too young to remember, but one time's cordial back then. No internet, no cell phone. We didn't have all the stuff we have today. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they have some level of shame for this kind of behavior. Even though females were probably thotting up in the 50s and 60s, they probably kept it on the low because society wasn't quite open to that at the moment. Maybe that's why.
That's true. That's true. My grandmother told me what it was like back in the day. Now she's from Florida, and she said
I can
you
imagine.
had a kid at a wedlock. That was something to be ashamed of. Like you would lose all your friends. There are no baby showers. You're on your own, and you
Damn.
was considered grown. You are considered grown. So you and the young man you got pregnant by got to figure out how you're gonna be in life unless your parents allow you to stay with them. But she said you were like, if you want to just leave the house because you got pregnant by your boyfriend, you guys want to get married, they didn't care. You're pretty much grown. You got a baby and you got to move the way the adults move. That's how it was back then.
I can imagine. So back then, so I guess you had a kid out of wedlock, you were basically thrown to the wolves from that point on.
Yep, sure was. Unless your parents allowed you to stay with them, it's a wrap. And once again, she said she had no friends. All the parents told their daughters to stay away from her. My grandmother got pregnant at 14.
God damn.
So yeah, but she got married at 15, and she was considered a bad girl. And she said that the other teenage girls would walk past her because her and my grandfather stayed in a shack before they bought a house in Miami. And they walk past and say, "Oh, that's the bad girl that I was talking about." So you was labeled a bad girl, and all the other girls had to stay away from you. You were not allowed to socialize with the teenage girls because you could be a bad influence. She was just telling me how things was back then. I'm like, that is nothing like today.
Wow.
Nothing at all. Yeah, she said that was it. And I actually heard this from another woman, but she was from Texas, and she said that's how it was. You got pregnant back then, and you was doing things you wasn't supposed to. You was considered grown and on your own.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, is your grandma still living? I'm just asking.
Yeah, my grandmother is still alive.
Yeah, salute to her. I mean, I can't condone her getting pregnant at 14 years old, wherever, 14, 15 years old, but at least she learned her lesson, and now she can educate about things were so different back then.
My grandparents had children young, but they did get married. And my grandfather had to work hard. He saved up enough so that they can buy their own home. So they had bought a home young. Eventually.
Damn. I don't condone making kids. I don't condone making kids grow up that damn fast. But let's face it, times were different back then. I guess if you got pregnant at 14, 15 years old, you had to do it. They had some code. They called them shotgun weddings back then. Yep.
Yeah, because my grandmother said she was warned, not to move so fast like that. You're still considered a child. My grandmother said she wasn't trying to hear that. She wanted to do what she wanted to do. Okay, then that's that. She wasn't coddled. She wasn't babied. She was warned. She didn't listen. Too bad. Oh, well. That's how it was back then. I feel like that's how it should be today. I don't know. I think we
that's how it should be. Yeah.
Too much.
That's the problem. Nowadays, I'm going to say for the past 20, 25, 30 years or so, we tend to coddle single mothers who have kids out of wedlock. Nowadays, just put the baby daddy on child support and ba-boom. Ask for government assistance, ba-boom. There you go.
You're bored.
We can blame the government. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I said you was borging, like right when you was go into that explanation, Robert Giancarlo, Bruce Morgan the whole entire time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me try that again. Okay.
But
Damn,
you're
what
not
was I
Morgan
saying?
now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just saying, nowadays we tend to coddle single mothers. If a woman gets, if you get pregnant at 15, 16 years old, or whatever age you at, nowadays, put them on child support, boom, there you go. Get some government assistance, boom, there you go. And I partly blame government assistance for the way our society is, because nowadays that's what really killed marriages.
Yep.
To the 60s, where they allowed government assistance for single parents. Yeah, that's what did the damage. Now they can have kids out of wedlock and don't have to experience any shame for it. But like you said, your grandmother did it at 15 years old. Look at the shame she had to go through. She had no help system. She had no support. Thrown to the wolves, basically.
Yep, and there was no welfare neither. They didn't get none of that.
Yeah. Remember, this was the 50s, at least a decade before welfare became a thing. So makes sense when you put it all together. No welfare, no child support, none of that stuff was around back then. So yeah, makes sense to me.
Right. She had none of that. She married young.
Yeah, fast forward to our generation, the 80s, 90s, going to the millennial 2000s. That stuff is praise. I mean, you could say in the 90s it was still some shame associated to it. I remember back in the day, I was in the mid-90s, early 90s, if you were pregnant at 14, 15, you still hear that. There was still some shame associated with it, but just not a whole lot of shame.
Yeah.
I had a woman tell me that she was in high school during the mid to late, I'm gonna say she graduated back in 96, I think. She had a friend that got pregnant at 16 years old, but she hid it for at least a good couple months. Well, she didn't say how, but she said a couple weeks to a month or so before coming out with it. Nobody knew she was pregnant. No one knew who the father was for that extended period of time. So this was the 90s, remind you. It was like what, in middle school, elementary school? But she was like still in high school during that time. But she remembers it. So while the shame did kind of dissipate, while the shame did kind of dissipate, it was still in existence. Angie, you there? Oh, okay. She had to mute herself.
Yeah, I'm about to put my phone on the charger. I had no clue the battery was this low. I was like, wait a minute, my phone about to die. I did not know.
Well, that's the thing. When you're on StreamYard, it drains your phone. My phone drained it to 87%. Yeah, StreamYard drains your phone pretty quickly. But let me show you. Let's continue with this video. You're still listening. Fair use.
But what of the children, you might ask? Yes, what of the children? Indeed. The home life that we value will be no more. Most of these women will have children by several different men, while others will have no children at all, as they will.
Yep, there you go. Most people will have children, multiple baby mamas and baby daddies, or some will just have no kids at all. Yep, there you go.
We'll go to extreme measures to prevent this from happening. My friends, I hope you value your family today, as your children will not be so fortunate tomorrow. I can only pray that God watches over them through life. What a world it will be. With that, I will say good night. I hope you've enjoyed this look into the future.
You're echoing a little bit.
I am right now.
Yeah. You probably got YouTube playing.
Oh no. No. Oh, I exit off YouTube. That's weird. The only difference is I have it on a charger, but the charger can't cause that, right?
Yeah.
Am I still echoing?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I'm gonna leave and then come back. Let me see.
All right, make it quick. All right, Angela C will be back when she gets her audio fixed. I mean, I had some earlier, so I can't judge. My shit was acting funny too. But yeah, salute to my girl Angela C. Yeah, as someone that's been married for some years, she can tell you that that's a bunch of bullshit. You can't compare prostitution to marriage. It's not the same dynamic. It is not. Oh, salute to you, Irby Fatal. Thanks for stopping by. And then so hold on. Okay. Until Angela C gets back, let me put this message out here real quick for everybody.
Like, comment, and subscribe because it's just what the doctor prescribed.
Yep, make sure you do that, please. It will be much, much, much appreciated. But yep, that's today's topic of discussion. Irby, you just came in here, but you see the title. Do you think marriage is the same as prostitution? Please speak your piece. And what's wrong? What's up with my laugh, Killer Swag? Yeah, well, I like my laugh. Okay. Thanks for stopping by again. And like Angela C said, she told you herself that back when her grandma was coming up, if you had kids out of wedlock, you were basically ostracized by society. That's how it was back in the 50s and 60s. Having kids out of wedlock was unacceptable. You were basically already grown and thrown to the wolves of society. That left you and the baby father to figure things out for yourself. And yeah, back then we had something called, I guess, shotgun weddings existed back then. So there was no escaping having kids out of wedlock. But fast forward to the 60s, now we have government assistance. Now they don't worry about that. And contraceptives, they don't worry about that anymore. Now they can have sex with men that they have no desires to possibly marry or commit to. So that kind of liberated them. That kind of set them free, more or less. The rules for women may have changed, but the rules for men remain the same. I mean, men should be providers and protectors for women, but why should we do that at the expense of letting our women just be free to be loose hyenas for the streets? I don't get that. And if she's bringing home bacon too, or bringing home bread too, why the hell we gotta try to make more than she is? And even if we do make more than she is, what are we getting out of it? Are we getting a traditional woman or independent modern day bullshit? It's the latter. What the hell are we talking about? It's worth it at that. It really ain't. But yeah, look how times have changed. But anyways, I'll be live for a couple more minutes. Anybody want to stop by? Link is right there for anybody want to stop in. Let's see here. Where is it? I think I've seen all these pictures. Yeah, I showed y'all these pictures earlier. Women want money and men want sex. Is prostitution the perfect arranged? Is prostitution the perfect arranged marriage for MGTOW and independent women? Who knows? For those that don't know, MGTOW is men going their own way. We all know what the independent women are. So is that a good arrangement for people that just don't want to be tied down to no one person? Is that another reason why they tie marriage to prostitution? It's an arrangement between two people who just want something in exchange for something else. Women want money, men want the sex. So they gotta put a ring on her finger just to get said sex, and she gotta accept the proposal just to get access to the money. But yeah, it's all ridiculous. One is a lifelong commitment, the other one just a short-term commitment. So that's the real bit. That's one of the big differences between the two. And Swag, if you said you was at work earlier, but if you can come up to speak your piece on this. Hoping for Angela C to come back and we can continue having this discussion before I shut it down. Oh, Irby says salute swag. Okay. And I find it kind of amazing that old 1950s radio show predicted damn near everything that's happening in 2024. More women are working, more women are going to school. And for what I understand, the amount of women in this increase in females in colleges kind of increased back in the 80s. That was damn near 40 years ago. So man, this was a premonition of things to come when in the 80s, and most of us on this panel were just little toddlers in diapers, or at least in preschool, more females have been enrolled in college compared to men. Oh my. Ain't that some shit? But hey, that's just the way that goes. I don't know. But it's amazing how that just predicted everything that's damn near happening in this generation. Is that you, Angela?
Yeah. Do I sound better now?
Oh, you're still right there.
Really?
You were still kind of echoing.
Oh, no.
Now just turn off that. Are you on your phone or your laptop?
I'm on my cell phone.
Well, try to minimize the live stream. Go to YouTube and just close that off. Close off the YouTube app.
I did. I always leave out of the app once I join this. So it's just part of my phone. It's okay. Probably better luck next time. At least I got to get up here and talk with you.
Hey, it's all good. It's always good to hear it, especially on this topic. I mean, I'm about to wrap up anyway, so since you're up here, want to give your final thoughts on this whole thing? Is marriage prostitution?
Absolutely not. Marriage is a union between two people with children and huge responsibilities that last a lifetime. And that's all I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Salute to you, my girl. Salute to you, and thank you for stopping by again.
Mm-hmm.
You're my top tier supporter for a reason. Don't forget that, okay, Angela? Okay, she had a problem with the audio, but that's all good. But yeah, my final thoughts, like Angela said, prostitution and marriages are not the same fucking thing. One is a holy reunion between a man and a woman that are going to be there for each other through sickness and health, for better or for worse, through thick and thin. Prostitution is just a transactional agreement between two people to receive something in return for sexual favors. That's it. Pay her for her time and sexual gratification and then move on. There's no friendship. There is no romance involved, obviously. And there's absolutely no long-term commitment involved. Yes, in marriages, you're giving a woman resources, but this is not some hoe on the street. This is your wife. Her mindset is that of a wife. And the man's mindset is that of a traditional man, not some pimp on the streets. So we can't compare the two like that, honestly. We really can't. We really cannot compare the two like that. A wife is a traditional woman that's going to be taken care of for the long run, while the husband is the man that's doing the providing, the protector and the provider. With these prostitution streetwalker situation, it's basically pimp on the hoe. Pimps up, hoes down, as they always say back in the old days. That ain't the same damn thing. So those y'all that keep saying marriage is prostitution, man, y'all so full of shit, I can't even say anything about it. Let good old George Carlin himself tell you how I feel about people who say shit like that.
Get the fuck out of here!
Say
Get
what?
the fuck out of here!
One more time.
Get the fuck out of here!
Thank you. Enough said. Yeah. And Angela, if you want to tell me that the channel that you went on where they was talking about marriage is prostitution, feel free to put it in my back chat or put it in the comments, whichever suits you. Because maybe I'll go over there one day and give them a piece of my mind if I feel like it. Don't worry, I won't say your name. I won't mention you or anybody else. Because I get recommendations too for people's channels. Just same thing on my end. Okay. Well, good night, Angela C. Have a good night. Early night. Yeah. 'cause it gets dark over here early. Yep. But yeah. You want to put that in my back chat, feel free to do so. I'm gonna go up there and get him a piece of my mind one day. For anybody that talks all that bullshit. Cause yeah. As a matter of fact, somebody came on Bronzeberg panel sometime in the spring, talk about marriage is tricking. And he couldn't explain why. He really couldn't. I think that was Bronzeberg's channel. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I just know someone else. I've heard that before. That's why I had to do this stream so people could get it off their chest, especially you married people out there. But anyway, salute to my girl Angela C. How you be? Discourse top tier MVP. Salute to you, Irby, and salute to one half my inspiration, Killer Swag, getting that bad, don't care about price tags. Salute to Negan Walker. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And salute to Game Changer, #1 entertainer, puts a whip in the game like a lion tamer. Last but not least, salute to my other top tier supporter, Centicle, Unpredictable, Ultra Pentacle. Gotta love you, my girl, gotta love you. That's all I got for today. This is your boy, Hustler and Muscular, and you know what I do, giving you the truth, straight out the boot, hitting home runs like Babe Ruth. Because that's what I do. I'm out of here, y'all. Deuces.
green light, show me some ass, I wanna see something, babe. Find me a hoe and I freak on her. I ain't her boyfriend right now, she my freak for the day. I got a shoulder, come lean on it, even when summer right there and it's hot outside. I take the beat and I ski on it. We on the Casamigos, I got 3 of them. They want me fuck them all night, want me pee on them, no. Ain't finna have me on TMZ talking about trafficking. I got the ARP, I get the slapping and showing you bitch ass niggas what's happening. Fuck did you think? I tell the waitress at clubs, I'ma open my bottle myself, so don't fuck with my drink. Pull up in the club in a Rolls Royce, car full of bad bitches bumping some Drake. Nigga, comfortable in here, it's me in the fully. Fuck with me, I'ma get jiggy. I see that she fuck with that, she don't think I seen her look. No, she won't give me that kitty when they put the pressure on you niggas run away. You know me, I'm still in the city. I just hit the grocery store, we got some groceries today. Went home and made me some chicken. These little niggas hoes. You see when you look in their eyes, I cook when these niggas like fries. Wanna be known? Wanna go get you some streams? I cook when you niggas online. Came up with lies, I call them Pinocchio back on their ass. Like, no you don't, I'm in the fast for smoking them. Get nasty, gave me some dope to go put on our fast. Like I'm running late, back on that bullshit, ready to demonstrate. Get on your ass and go get some steak. I'm on some other shit, want some more real estate. I got a bag and here with a drink. She got that ass, I feel when it shake. He got value to put on some weight.
No one going in straight out the gate. Got lost for a minute, but I found my way. Now I'm back on my path again, and I'm about to get it cracking like a tree that's about to break. I came out of nowhere, pretty much out thin air. Wasn't anywhere to be found. Look, now he's there. I'm about to take everything. Better get the shit up, bitch. I'm sticking you up like alfalfa's hair. Southbound, giving out a sound that's rare. When I pick up the mic, it's going down like stairs. I'm making so many moves, been stepping so much. When I'm done, they gon' have to get the ground repaired. They gather around and stare when they hear me spit, cause my shit's so bitchin'. Call me Karen. Dudes wanna beef, but I ain't got time, cause I'm working around the clock like a watch repairman. Putting in work like Lizzo Chef. When I die, they gon' say that he did it to death. I'm doing infinite reps, but I ain't dripping in sweat, because I got more drive than a limo stretch. I'm about to bust, about to make a big old mess. I'm gonna give you the most, you'll never get no less. It's my turn now, I'm about to apply pressure. I'm like Derek Chauvin, how I get on next, so kneel down. Had to get my feet on the ground, like a blind man, I just had to feel around. I had to dip my toes and nigga pose myself and get my cardio up so I can steal the crown. To point him out, someone tell me where he's at. Doesn't matter who's got it, I can guarantee that. Whoever bears the cap, that shit's coming right off the top of his head like Harry Mack. I ain't never rep a set, babe, I'm just trying to come up with a plan for me to get paid. Smoother than the fresh shade, cruising in the Lincoln on the interstate, listening to Ludo on cassette tape. Dudes want a template, thinking they can do it like me, and that they come close, but they can't touch it like a sweat paint. Winning any bet made, every time I'm on the microphone, you know it's gonna be a 10 like a decade. Chopping motherfuckers up like a chef's blade, got them on the run like Diddy when the feds came. Y'all cats can't fuck with this, because I got that dog in me like a pet crate. Trying to move quicker, so I'm trimming off the dead weight. Everybody loves you when they see you making headway. Coming out the woodwork, trying to get some, but you gotta cut them dickheads off like a sex change. Every time I spit, you can expect flames. You're gonna headbang as soon as you press play. Might as well bump my shit in a handicap parking spot, cause you're gonna walk away with a neck brace. Never slowing down, running at a set pace, going full speed till I'm dead or my legs break. Yeah, I know that I was gone for a minute, but I'm about to give you more every month like the rent raised.